So, finding something else. I've heard very good things about this game. So, I've wanted to try it for a while. I just didn't commit to it. So now we're committing. What are the content warnings? Content warnings. Whoa, gosh. Major character deaths. Spoilers. Children in peril / dying. Animal cruelty and death. Body harm and grossness. Implied sexual content. Drugs and alcohol. Violence and text. Mental health and trauma. Domestic abuse. Traumatic global events. Suitable for 13 and older. Alright. I know little to nothing about this game. So you guys are going in. I'm going in just as blind as you guys are. Wake up. Warning. This game deals with mature subjects and may not be suitable for all players. Please see our content warnings in the system menu for a detailed list of themes and events. Oh, goodness. You wake to chaos. A confusion of light and heat and smoke. Fire. Fire bad. Your head is pounding. You must have hit it and blacked out, but you aren't sure how you got here, or what on Vertumna is happening. There's something important you need to remember. Your stomach lurches as the floor crumbles beneath your feet, then collapses. Oh wait, there's a person over there. Your body aches and your eyes burn from the smoke. A figure appears through the flames. It's your friend. Your friend? Wait, why can't you remember her name? She's gesturing and shouting at you, but all you hear is a ringing in your ears. We can ask questions when we're not in the fire. You try to stand up, but one of your legs folds uselessly underneath you. It won't hold your weight. Your friend pulls you out of the rubble. She throws your arm over her shoulder and half drags you towards the door. Through it, you see a deep, eerie twilight, dark blue and cold against the heat of the fire around you. Glow season. Ah! Glowing eyes. You shake your head to clear your vision. Is that some kind of dog? Like from Earth? Is it friendly? Oh! Not so friendly. The creature howls and lunges. Its jaws open. Not friendly. Not pettable. Maybe pettable. Not pettable to me at this moment. Sick music, though. I probably should have looked at the settings to make sure that the music was good to stream. You were born on the stratospheric Earth's first colony ship, halfway through its 20-year voyage to a wormhole at the edge of the Sol system. Your parents run the hydroponic gardens which make fresh air and vegetables for the ship. Like the other colonists, they bravely chose to make this one-way journey to the uncharted planet Vertumna 4 in the hope that they could escape Earth's troubles. They had you the old-fashioned way, merging their genes like they merged their cultures and tradition. They name you... Oh, that's kind of cool. You could choose your name or you can choose... Oh, that's a neat slider. So you go from she to he, and in the middle, they, them. And you can even customize it. Acceptable. Totally acceptable. Oh, dang. Holy cow. Okay, so... Empathy, persuasion, creativity, bravery, reasoning, organizing, engineering, biology, toughness, perception, combat, animals. You have vivid dreams of things you've never experienced. Dirt under your feet, skies overhead, endless jungles and strange animals. You wonder if this is what Vertumna will be like. This seems to be very in-depth. That's my stress, my rebellion, my kudos. I have kudos? Reputation. Oh, reputation-based currency. Memories, friends. Alright. Dang. I am intimidated. I will say that. There is a lot of things here, and I am mildly intimidated. Every child on the stratospheric is given one genetic enhancement. By age 6, you see the first sign of yours: eagle eyes, extra fingers, absorbent brain, super strength, calm temperament, nothing at all. There's a part of me that wants to do nothing at all. There's a part of me that wants to choose nothing at all. Like, you're supposed to get some super enhancement, but like, for the drama effect, be like, oh, they were born without it. But then I also kind of want eagle eyes. Nah, we're going to do nothing at all. Genetic purity is so out of fashion on the stratospheric that some consider it a disability. Nonetheless, your parents believe the enhancements are too invasive and choose not to give you one. In the children's creche, Antecedent showers you with praise and kudos for anything you do well, like she's expecting you to have trouble keeping up. Yeah, play deck. We're glad you back, though. You share the extra kudos with a friend. I don't. I don't know who these are. Is this? Are they by order? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, can't be that. Energetic and loyal, tough and gentle, bold and confident, quiet and adventurous, studious and mature, shy and sweet. Um. Hmm. Who are you guys? Who's Tammy? Tangent, Diz, Mars. I know some of you are here clearly. I'm gonna go with quiet and adventurous? Question mark. Oh, I can click it. I can click you and see who you are. So that's Anemone. Anemone is the most enthusiastic person you know. Your favorite memory is the time she taught you how to play zero G sports ball after class. She never means to get you into trouble, but somehow you always seem to find it together. Cal is a sweetheart, always ready to lend a hand or play a game. He and Tammy are just as inseparable, so it's almost like you have two best friends instead of just one. Cal teaches you how to take care of all the classroom plants. Your parents are very proud of both of you. Okay. Mars is a natural leader. Whenever you're all playing together, Mars is the one who comes up with all the ideas. She can be a little bossy, but that's part of her charm. She always organizes fun stuff for the kids after class. You're both founding members of the Secret Fun Times Club. So that was. We didn't actually read Diz, though. Unlike his studious twin sister, Tangent, Diz sits at the back of the classroom and doodles on his hollow palm. You bond while cracking jokes about the weird diagrams in your textbook. His quiet nature and his morbid curiosity make him somewhat of a loner, but at least he has a friend in you. Oh, okay. So there are other people here. I was like, I don't know who the. Okay, Tangent. Tangent sits right up front by the hollow projector and always has her hand in the air. She and her twin brother Diz drifted apart when she started genome treatment to make her body conform to her gender. Today, Tang is the girl you always knew she was, but her relationship with Diz is worse than ever. Come on, Diz, get with the times. Don't be like that. And Tammy. Oh, so cute. Tammy is the kindest person you know. She idolizes Auntie Seton and is always following her around, helping her with the babies or learning how to cook. She has the best snacks at class recess and always shares, especially with you and Cal. She and Cal are just as close, so it's kind of like having two best friends. Well, I was going to go with Diz because they're quiet and adventurous, but now I'm not so sure. I don't like that they drifted apart just because their sister decided to be a sister. Diz secret? Oh, I can't. +2 if the first or last pane. I did see that this was a card game. Like that you battle with cards, so bear with me because I am terrible at card games. I think I'm gonna go with Cal. He seems cool. You're 10 years old when the ship finally reaches the wormhole. Professor Hal says it's like a doorway to other star systems, with the planet for Tumnum 4 and on the other side. You run emergency drills for months to prepare. Oh, so this is the card I get. Oh, so I get cards based on things that happen or that I choose. Okay, good to know. Ooh. When the day finally comes, it starts with a rumble. Then things start to slide off the tables. You hurry to gather near the escape pods just in case. The emergency area, don't tell me I'm about to lose my family. The emergency area is crowded with families. It's going to be tough, Solana, your dad soothes. We'll be through the wormhole and down on the planet before you know it, just like we've practiced. Your mom gives him a sharp, worried look. Red emergency lights switch on as siren begins to sound somewhere distant in the ship. You try to breathe slowly, like you were taught, but you're very scared. You look out a porthole. The stars are gone. When you're frightened, you... Oh, so depending on the choices I make, I might not be able to choose certain choices. I guess I will get in touch with my emotions because it's the only thing I can do. You bawl like a baby. It feels good. You aren't the only one. Nearby, your classmate Tammy has tears streaming down her cheeks. Mars is trying quietly to console her. She sighs as your crying makes Tammy wail even more loudly. Your dad puts his arms around you as you let it out. Stress cry. 2. Okay. You wait, and the shaking builds. I've got 20 stress. I'm so stressed out right now. Then everything starts to get very weird. The hallway stretches, and you're stretching too. Your arms impossibly long. Your head feels like it's slowly filling up like a balloon and contracting down to the size of an atom at the same time. Is this the wormhole? You hear the distant, ominous squeal of metal giving way as the ship shudders and lurches in slow motion. The weirdest part is a sense of deja vu. You're sure this has happened to you before, and you know somehow that everything is going to be okay. The shuddering reaches a crescendo. That you hear an impossibly loud crunch and feel weightless for a few seconds before gravity slams you back against the wall head first. You black out. As you slip unconscious, you feel yourself twisted out of time. It's today, yesterday, and tomorrow all at once. And more than just one tomorrow. Lots of them. Different tomorrows. You find yourself in a place that you know from your dreams. Tilled fields, dramatic ridges, and a stranger, but also not a stranger. That's totally the one girl, Mars, I think her name is. Grinning as she grabs your hand. Hurry up, she says. I'm not going to let you miss this. Distantly, you can feel the ship shaking as stopped and hear your parents' worried voices. Feeling safe, you slip further into the warm embrace of the stars. You drift. Whew, I'm not stressed. Gradually, your consciousness reforms. You wake up in the med bay. The med bed under you plays a soft tone and an automated voice speaks. 2 weeks have elapsed. The patient's cranial injury has completed healing. They may now be safely discharged. As the fog lifts from your head, you realize something seems different about this room. It's so bright. You try to focus on the window. Something is definitely different. What kind of game is this? When I got done playing, oh my god, why did I just forget the name of it? I keep thinking Once Human, and that's not right. The game with Cove. When I finished playing that, I went on the search of, like, the internet to be like, what games are similar? This game came up as similar because, like, it's basically like a visual novel, where you grow up. Yeah, Our Life. Thank you. I kept thinking, I knew it started with an O, but I was like, I know it's not Once Human. That's a different game entirely. Yes, Our Life. A lot of people suggested this game if you wanted something that was similar to Our Life, but obviously, like, nothing compares to Our Life. So, I thought I'd give it a try. Like I said, I think you battle with, like, cards, like a card game battle, so I'm interested to see how that works out, because I suck at cards. Ground? Instead of the familiar blackness of space, bright lights from twin blue and yellow suns is streaming through the windows. You peer out and see fields, glass-walled domes, and walls ringed by giant mushroom-like trees. There are construction materials everywhere, and people walking around outside, on the ground. Better get out there and join them. So Cal is my childhood friend. We have Cal's strength as a card and a stress cry. I wonder how often you can change this. I'm going to cautiously step outside. Oh, how cute! Do I get to actually move? Oh my god, I actually get to move. This is not a demo. Not a demo. This is the actual game. Oh! Tammy jumps as you step out of the ship's quarter behind her. You're awake. You're all better. You better go see your dad. She points southeast towards some geodesic domes. To walk, click on the ground, click on characters to talk to them. I want to talk to her. Tammy looks concerned. You slept for so long after you bumped your head, she says. I bet your parents were worried. Your dad is working over in geoponics near those domes. They're called greenhouses. I'd go with you, but, well, this is as far as I've been from the ship since we landed, Tammy stammers, blushing. It's scary outside. Aw, you could come with me. I love this already. What's this? What's in here? Can I go in here? I can! A low, throbbing noise comes from the engine room, which provides power to the colony. Other quarters lead off to the teaching labs in medbay. You know the route to your classroom well, but the rest of this wing is off limits to children. Congruence, the ship's onboard AI, beams down at you from a nearby holoscreen. Don't forget to study hard, Solana. Leave. Okay, so this must be the medbay? No. A small team led by Security Chief Rhett was enough to keep the peace on the stratospheric. To stay busy, they also ran the exercise gym and sports ball courts. Here on Vertumna, the garrison has expanded fast. They're building a huge wall around the colony and have an outdoor firing range and a big covered dojo. And best of all, a regulation-sized sports ball court. I love that it's called sports ball. Oh, there it is. Yeah, looks like... It is. It's very cute. I love that it's like this very, like, clear... very colorful little out here, and I really like the sketchiness of like the actual, like, when we go to talk to somebody. I like this kind of style. Solana, your dad gives you a big warm hug. I'm so happy you're finally awake. Dr. Instance thought it'd be best to keep you asleep while your noggin healed. Your mother and I thought you might sleep away the whole year, my snoozy little gooseberry. He checks your head and looks relieved. He was clearly very worried about you, but covers it with jokes and smiles. No, screw you. Dad's not embarrassing. I love your dad. Welcome to Vertumna, he says, gesturing around you. You've never seen the stratospheric from the outside, except in pictures. The ship has been separated in two, and parts taken off to form other buildings, and a big wall around the whole colony. The alien jungle creeps right up to the wall. Only the geodesic greenhouses pass outside it, dotting their way up the hill. How did you do this so fast? No, for real. Wasn't I only asleep for like a week or something? Never mind. Weeks. You've been asleep for weeks, my dear aubergine, he says. And these geodesic greenhouses practically put themselves up. But some of this is only a quick temporary solution, he admits. We'll keep growing and improving things. One day our little colony will be as big as a whole city. Oh, before I forget, he pulls a package out from his satchel and hands it to you. You blink and stare at it blankly. Don't you know what day it is? He asks. You honestly don't. You remind him that you've been asleep in medbay. Happy birthday, he shouts, wrapping you in a warm hug. Your birthday already? You feel like a dizzying sense of deja vu. You stare hard at the wrapped package. You know exactly what is in there. You remember it. No, you dreamed about this package some years ago on the ship. Inside will be a small medallion in the shape of a sun that your dad made by hand. I want to tell him, because what if I'm having, like, what if this is, like, something strange? Tell him you know what's in it. You describe the medallion, and your dad tisks as he hands you the package. Aw, who ruined the surprise? Was it Seek? I'll bet it was Seek. They hate fun. He grins and adds, don't tell him I said that. +1 to challenges. You start to explain that nobody told you, but someone shouts your dad's name. Listen, I'm so sorry, Solana, he says, but I have to get back to work. There was an accident when we landed, and he stops himself. Don't worry, we're gonna fix it, your mother and I. Professor Hal is expecting you in classes if you're feeling up to it, your dad says, pointing west to the engineering wing in the rear end of the bisected ship. Then he points to the large doors you came out of earlier. Or you can relax in your quarters until you're feeling better. We'll talk later tonight, he says, then kisses the top of your head and ruffles your hair. Have a wonderful birthday, Solana. I love you. Unlocked. Study humanities and engineering. Love you too, Dad. To enter buildings, click on the door or the flag beside it, or get close and press enter or another action button. Then choose an activity for the month to gain skills and advance time. There are 13 months a year and 10 years at the end of the game. You'll only have time to focus on a few things. Holy cow. Oh, hey, it's Diz. You see Diz sitting on the ground beside some bushes. Is he hiding from somebody? Seems to be watching the gate in the wall to the south, where grown-ups are coming and going. Kids aren't allowed past the walls, he says quietly without looking up. They say there's nothing to be afraid of, but then why do we need walls? You stare at the gate and have a sudden rush of memory so strong that you think you might faint. You imagine, whoa, what the You imagine something crashing through the wall, something enormous and dark and wriggly. For years in space, you've had half-remembered nightmares of monsters, of your ship being destroyed, of sifting through wreckage that used to be your home, trying to find something. Your dad always told you the dreams weren't real. Breaking you from your daydreams, Diz whispers, I think there are monsters out there. Yeah, I believe you. No, you don't, he says. You're being sarcastic, I can tell. Nobody believes me. Turns his back and ignores you. I mean, I don't want him to think that I'm actually making fun of him, but this sounds very like if a friend was like, "Oh, there's monsters," and you're like, "Yeah, there's monsters," and then you're like, "They're huge and wiggly and dangerous." That just sounds mocking. So we'll let him go. Well, you tried. Diz is so sensitive about being teased. I wasn't trying to tease you, Diz. I'm sorry. What is your name again? Anemone. Okay. Sea anemone. Think sea anemone when you see the hair. Hi, Solana. Anemone seems really at home here. She's rolling a sports ball around with her foot, making patterns in the weird blue snow. This stuff is different from snow on Earth, she tells you, because it isn't cold, but it's still neat. You can make stuff out of it. Your foggy head clears a little. Anemone is simple, physical, real. You always feel grounded near her. Why aren't you in school? She smacks her forehead. School! I wondered where everybody was. I guess I'm going to be late for humanities class. She doesn't look very worried, do you? It's okay, she says. Professor Hall is chill. He won't mind, but we should probably go now. She grins and starts running towards engineering. Hey, race you! No fair, she's getting a head start. Can you show me where it is, actually? I'm not entirely sure. Probably up this way, because I don't think there's much this way. Nope, that just leads to the wall. Oh, I leave little, like, sparklies as I walk. This has got to be it, right? Command is a warren of long hallways with doors off to tiny nondescript offices. Everyone you pass seems to be hurrying off to something important. For head start, she's certainly not. No, she's not. I was kind of hoping she would show me the way. The end of one hallway opens into the supply depot, which works as both requisitions office and general store. Beyond it are cavernous warehouses stacked high with supplies from Earth, now being gradually unpacked and distributed. Colony food shortfall, negative 100%, low. Colony security rating, evaluating. Upcoming event, we'll be hosting our first annual Vertumnalia Festival during the second month of Dust. Notice, take precautions outside the colony boundaries. Xenofauna have been sighted in the area. Survey teams are investigating. Current council and administration. Governor Udicott, command. Chef Administrator Seek. Security Chief Rhett. Chief Engineering Instance. Chief Cultivator Flulu. What a name. Chief Steward Antecedent? Haha. Chief Surveyor Melatonin. You think he falls asleep on the job a lot? Okay, well that's not where I'm supposed to go. Is this where I'm supposed to go? No? Ship's quarters are where everyone sleeps, eats, and hangs out. The private bedrooms are small. You share one with your parents, so colonists spend most of the time in the big common area. There's a lounge and cafeteria and a creche where all the little kids and babies are raised communally. Where's the school? Is this the school and I just didn't think to go here? No? These are the greenhouses, have different biomes inside, growing plants from earth that might belong in a desert, jungle, or temperate forest. Some are so delicate you have to spray off any germs in an airlock before you can enter. The seasonal garden outside is dotted with blue nobodies. Little flowers with what look like wriggling creatures stuck inside each one. A sign explains it's a decoy meant to attract some kind of flying predator to come pollinate the flower. Okay. Is it back on the ship, maybe? Has to be, right? Study life. They're both stress. A low throbbing noise comes from the engine room, which provides power to the colony. Other corridors lead off the teaching labs and medbay. You know the route to your classroom well, but the rest of his wing is off limits to children. Life sciences or humanities? Let's see. That one gives you creativity, persuasion, and more friendship with tangent. Biology, reasoning. Ooh. I'm gonna say. Well, hold on. Can we go to the garrison? Can we learn how to fight? Is that a thing we can do? No. Okay. I'm gonna go with humanities. Aw, look at this. This guy looks fun. Welcome, Solana. Professor Hell greets you. I hope you're all warmed up and ready to study the glorious humanities. History, literature, language, media, and philosophy. And yes, if you're lucky, we'll have a little ancient earth poetry, too. He seems excited about the last bit. By the way, if anyone's interested in taking engineering classes, please register through Congruence's scheduling system when you have a chance. She'll be helping me teach them. Today's assignment is an easy one, Hal says with a yawn, because I was up late repairing Congruence's subterminal and I could use a nap. I'd like you to write an essay on what the Vertumna colony means to you. Freedom! Freedom! I mean, I felt like we were probably pretty free on the spaceship. I wouldn't say I feel safe here if I'm having, like, those dreams of something, like, coming in. But my friends are all here, so that's good. You write about all your buds and the fun things you do together. When Hal wakes from his nap, he asks a few students to read their essays to the class. Mars is annoyed that you hardly mention her. Well, you aren't really friends, so... Ugh. When you work or go to class, you'll play a quick card challenge as the month passes. Move cards to fill the 5 panes and make the best hand you can. Yes, order matters. Oh, God. If your total in the circle on the right reaches the goal value, you win. Depending on your cards, some challenges can't be won, but you still get a reward for doing your best. Bonus for flushes, same color together. Bonus for pairs, same number together. Okay. Bonus for straights, so increasing from left to right. The more cards in a flush, pair, or straight, the higher the bonus added to your total. Cards can also affect each other and can be rearranged to find the best total score. Okay. So... I can't make a... Crawling? First steps?
Each time when I come here, I'm abused.
Look at that, we're winning. Are you winning, son? Why are you abused? You're not abused. I treat you all with loving care. I never ever... By Pablo trying to steal your first... Okay, well, yeah. I can't help you with that one. that is out of my hands. But I did see a cool thing that I might be able to do with that, maybe. But I've got to look into it more. It's my own, my precious. I can't do a golem voice. Sorry. I'm glad we both went for that same reference, though. We win! Victorious! You worked well this month. +1 creativity. Ooh, fancy. Oh, man. Your skills increase when you work or go to school, with extra skills if you win the challenge, and a kudos bonus if you make the highest scoring hand with your cards. Working also increases stress, which prevents you from working if it reaches 100. To relieve stress, take a month off to relax in the quarters wing. I had to take a whole month off? Dang, you get stressed out and you gotta just chill for a month? Must be nice. Oh, that's tangent. That's right. Your parents have been working from first on to well after dinner every day. You know growing food is an important job, and it's vital to get crops in the ground right away, but there seems to be something more than that. It's such a change from growing up on the stratospheric when you saw them all the time. You stay up and wait for them at night before going to bed. Though you can tell they're exhausted, they make an effort to spend time with you. I'm sorry we haven't seen much of you, little gooseberry, your dad says. Your mom watches you as she works a pebble out of her gardening tiller, which also serves as a crutch. How have you been holding up? I learned some stuff in school. I'm glad to hear that, your mom says. I want you to study hard, work hard, and stay out of trouble. Well, that's not going to last long. Your dad smiles. And Professor Howell will give you kudos if you get good grades. You can spend those at the depot once it's open. You know, your dad says, raising an eyebrow at your mom. I think there are lots of different ways to learn, and school is just one of them. You can learn from working on a hobby or by helping a friend. Your mom shakes her head and sighs, though you can tell she's trying to put on a gentle expression. We both agree that this colony is an experiment, and what means we're going to do things differently than on Earth. You're old enough now to start making your own decisions about your education and future, and if that means you find your own way, we'll accept that. Your dad puts a hand on your shoulder. We'll be proud of you no matter what you do. Try talking to your friends. They may have ideas for how you can spend your time. And come by geoponics, your mom adds. We could use your help. Unlocked. Shoveling dirt in geoponics. Nice. Ah. Early quiet. Mid quiet. Quiet season. Age 10. So a month has passed. Hi, Anemone. Anemone is bumping a sports ball with her wrist, trying to keep it in the air. Heads up, she shouts and bumps the ball in your direction. Think fast. Bounce it back. You bounce the ball back and forth with her, trying to see how many times you can rally and keep it going. Anemone tells you about the new sports ball court, a proper regulation size court, way bigger than the 0G one on the stratospheric. Her brother, Com, is coaching the junior sports ball team this year. He's so great, she says. He's good at everything, especially spiking. He's coaching me to play awesome like him. You should come join us. Okay, so now I can play sports ball at the... Where are some of my other friends? Well, there's my dad. And my mom. Hi, Dad. Hello, my little potato, your dad exclaims, smiling warmly. What have you been up to today? Oh, just hanging with my friends. That Cal's a good boy, he says. And have you seen Anemone? She's been out there by the garrison playing sports ball. I think she's spent every day outside since we landed. He chuckles to himself. Guess that's what's happened when you've got enough brothers to make your own sports ball team. Oh, dang. He breathes deeply and looks slowly around. Vertumna is magnificent, isn't it? You nod. Seasons! He shouts, throwing his hands wide. I missed seasons! Back on Earth, it got much, much colder, and the snow wasn't half as pretty as our spark snow. He sighs, stretching. You just wait until dust season. Both the suns will be high in the sky, and it'll be real hot then. You'll see. Just obsessed with this game. We just started it, and I'm already I really enjoy the art style. Both of them. Cuz like I feel like this one versus the one where you're actually walking around are two very different, and I love them both. But I just started, so I'm like I'm very I saw all of this pop up and I was kind of like, "Oh god, there's a lot." In Noita, healing is really scarce. Ooh. That's that's not good for me. Also, I don't want it to be real hot. I don't like hot weather. Oh, I didn't notice my mom had like a robot leg. You find your mom hard at work setting up the greenhouses with a small construction crew. You've seen these plans pinned to the wall of your family's quarters for years now. These geodesic domes will house the more delicate plants from Earth: spinach, tomatoes, maybe even fruit, like strawberries. She takes a swig from her canteen as you approach. Looking for something to do? She asks. Remember, Solana, you're responsible for your own schedule now that we've landed. You can decide how to spend your time, so long as it's productive. Yes, Mom. She points towards the engineering wing in the back half of the stratospheric silvered frame. Professor Hal's still expecting you in class, but a well rounded education includes practical application. You're old enough to help with the work around here. She claps her hands on your shoulder. I've got another minute. Anything you need to know? Uh. Can I join expeditions? Oh, you're too young to leave the colony. It's dangerous. She shakes her head. Your father would be worried. You wouldn't? She thanks, Mom. There's so much we still don't know about the world out there. Let the adults find out, and then maybe you can join them in a few years when you're older. She gives you a stern look. She isn't going to budge on this one. For now, stay inside the walls. Okay. Yes, ma'am. They released it straight after announcing it 30 minutes ago? Oh, dang. I would play it, but I'm gonna have to see what the mods for it are. Because the last time I played Skyrim, oh boy, I have to have that heavily modded. A sharp whistle interrupts your thoughts. Hey, Solana, Mars calls out to you. Come here, I have a job for you. You walk over to Mars, who's sheltering from the snow under the ship's overhang. It's so gross here, she complains. This spark snow would ruin my good clothes. At least on the ship we had climate control. Ugh. Tammy made me some soy sweets, but there's no way I'm going out there in all this weather, she continues. Since you like running around in it, could you fetch them for me? Sure. Good! Mars claps. She's probably just down the hill near our quarters. Mars sighs. She's scared to take more than a few steps from the door. All she wants to do is hide inside and make sweets. Okay. I have no issue. I love her look. She's so cute. Tammy is staring obliviously at the sky, smiling to herself. She startles as you approach. Oh, hello, Solana, she says, putting her hand to her chest. Do you need something? So mods might be tricky. That's why I love my console. I like playing games I know it can run. Wow. PC Master Race screeching. I'm here for Mars's soy sweets. Tammy smiles at you. Oh, it's so nice of you to help out Mars. She's a very important person, you know. Well, I'm glad you and her think so. I don't know enough about her yet to think she's important. She hands you a box wrapped in a pink and yellow scarf. One order of mango soy sweets, made fresh this morning, she says. Please tell Mars that she can have the scarf back, okay? She used some of her kudos to nano print it for me because it's so dusty here, but I think I'm getting used to it now. Tammy smiles again and tucks her hair behind her big elven ears. Mars is so cool, she says fondly. Sometimes she's kind of bossy, but I know she really cares, too. Record the credits. Mars put her hand out expectantly. Give it here. Wow, persuasion 10. How would I even have that already? Here it is. Or at least I gained some loyalty. You hand over the box of soy sweets with a smile. Mars takes it and giggles. You're such a good sidekick, doing everything I say. Well, watch me not do anything else for you now. She opens the box and hands you a soy sweet. Your tip, she tells you. Oh, Administrator Seek's looking for someone to do delivery jobs for the depot, she says. I don't want to do it, because, like, ew, running around out there? No. Just go through there, she says, gesturing to the door behind her, and tell him I referred you. Okay. Nope. Can't do that. I don't want going to just relax and lounge for a month. I mean, yeah, I'll get less stress. Forget one memory? I don't want to do that. Let's check out the garrison. I want to get buff. Play sports ball. 2 bravery, 1 toughness, 10 stress. Or for school, I am not smart enough for that. Study life science, biology, reasoning. I think I'm gonna get strong. Play sports ball. Anemone meets you on the court. She's bouncing from one leg to the other in excitement. My brother Com is organizing the youth team, she tells you. Remind Tammy has dots. Tammy. Which one is Tammy? Oh. Hello. Kombucha. Oh, that's why she calls him Com. I thought his whole name was Com. I like this character. I like this character a lot. Kombucha offers you a high five and greeting, then tosses a sports ball your way. Let's start practice with a game to see what you're good at. You and Anemone are teamed captains. Pick your team. Anemone used to practice with Cal and Mars on the ship, but Tammy, you're surprised to see her here. Com will fill in to even up the teams, but he promises to go easy on the other side. Okay, well, I want Cal. Mind if I play goalie? He asks. Sports ball is fun, but I don't really like to score against the other team. Oh. Anemone chooses kombucha, of course. They bump fists. Well, it's not going to be Mars, I'll tell you that. Tammy! Cal said I should join, but I'm not very good at sports. Where should I stand? She asked quietly. You aren't sure. You assign her to tackle back and tell her to stick like glue to the opposing team's spiker. Maybe she'll get in their way instead of yours? Your face off. 3-on-3. Toughness challenge. Story challenges have 3 rounds instead of 1. After every round, you'll keep the cards you didn't play and unlock an extra slot to play them in. Losing isn't always a bad thing in story challenges. Okay, so we'll use Cal's strength. Oh, I'm not going to be able to make a match. Goal is 20. Oh, wait, there's 3 rounds. I was like, the goal is 27. How? Okay. So that's a start. I can do, hold on, that one, 0, 1, and 0, 1. It's about the best I can do. Wait, what is that? Oh, wait, no, okay, that's just something I can't play then. Learning curve is more of a learning cliff, and I am falling off of it. Dang! 0, 1, 2. Well, I guess I don't have any other option but to play those 2. I don't want to add 10 stress, though. I'm already pretty stressed out. And it said it was okay to lose sometimes. Plus, she has kombucha on her team. I don't see how that's fair. I know he said he'd take it easy on us, but come on now. Like, we were defeated. Com is an unstoppable force on the other team, but he's playing nice and letting Anemone take most of the shots. It's hard to compete with that sibling energy. Mars is merciless. She's always in control of the ball. It doesn't matter that she hogs the ball from her other teammates, too. She's just that good. Cal makes an amazing jump save, but is winded when the ball hits him in the chest. Tammy is a menace on the field, and not in a good way. She's everywhere you don't want her to be, and nowhere she should. At one point, you actually see her apologize to the other team for being in their way. Tammy, no! You sweet, sweetheart. This is not how you play sports ball. A teenage oncologist. Oh, God. That's a completely different game. Set neighbors. to this value. Oh, okay. Seemed like the other team is going a little easy on you, passing between each other for so long between goals that Kombucha whistles a 2 ball and throws a second ball in the game. Just as you start to think you may have a chance, Anemone scores them both at once. Match point. Better luck next time. You didn't work very well this month. What? Come on now. We still tried. We got 2 bravery, 1 toughness, and 10 stress. Fantastic. This week you had a few more bouts of deja vu. Oh, I'm so sad. No, I'm so sad. Remembering what somebody is about to say or do just before they do it. Sometimes they actually do it, but not always. This morning, you were sure Professor Howell was going to trip on the uneven floor in the cafeteria and spill his plate of hash browns. You even told Mars to watch. He didn't, though. As Professor Howell walked away, his hash browns safe for today, Mars called you a liar and a dummy. Yeah, I'm not getting along too well with Mars. At night, your dreams are all mixed up with stuff that you know can't be real. You're chased by monsters the size of buildings, only to be saved by strange people you've never met. You're holding hands with someone you love. You're crying as you help lift a shrouded body onto the colony recycler. Everything seems so familiar, but when you try to recall their faces when you wake up, they're smeared in your memory like wet paint. That's definitely Tammy, right? That's like an older Tammy. But what if? What if those things haven't happened yet, but they will someday? Anytime you try to tell someone, they think you're playing a trick or that you're sick and need to go to medbay. You eventually decide to stay quiet about your strange dreams. Why? Hmm. I guess I don't want people to worry. Your parents have so much on their minds already. Why can't you just be normal? I chose in the beginning, it was like, what power do you want? And I was like, none. I'm going to have no powers. And then it's like, screw you. You have the power of seeing into the future and what appears to be multiverses. Your parents have so much on their minds already. You have a feeling that something is happening at Geoponics that they don't want you to know. You don't understand it, but when they come home at night, they look really sad. You don't want to make that worse. If you just keep going to classes and staying out of trouble, it'll be easier for everyone, yourself included. Oh, hey, it's Tan. Tangent is hunched over her hollow palm, frowning and poking angrily at the air. She speaks without looking up at you. Professor Howe wants us to prep a list of native flora with pictures. There should be a catalog on the colony holonet, but I can't find it anywhere. Let's make our own list. Plants? Triad? Looking outside? Wow, that's rude. I'll help you find the catalog. You launch your own holopalm and start searching the colony's holonet archives for a list of vertumnal plants and animals. 10 minutes later, you find it buried under survey logistics in the expeditions net. Anemone passes by and pulls a face at the two of you. Hey, hollow nerds, she shouts. School's over. Come play sports ball in the sunshine. Tang just rolls her eyes. Oh, you want to talk? Yes. Hello, Tammy. You see Tammy sitting quietly near the entrance to the lounge. You've known her for, well, your whole entire life. Back on the ship, I would be nice to Tammy. I think she's cute. Tammy had the best doll collection. After her mom died, her dad used all his nanoprinter creds to print her a different doll every month for a whole year. Her ears perk up when she sees you. Oh, hello, Solana, she says. Her voice is soft and dreamy, like a beam of starlight. Do you want to play dolls? Sure. You don't think Tammy will ever be too old to play with dolls. What did I gain? Empathy and friendship. If anything, she has even more of them now. She takes you to her quarters and brings out the entire Spacey Stacy doll collection. A disturbingly realistic baby with real bowel movements, gross, and 2 super fancy posable dolls named Lily and Tilly who can be programmed to move on their own. Tammy isn't very good at the programming, so Lily and Tilly just roll around awkwardly when you turn them on. You cover quickly by saying they must be breakdancing at a club. The two of you spend the afternoon making up stories of the rise to stardom as professional dancers. I'm guessing so, because we don't seem at all concerned about her ears. It's Diz. Hi, Diz. Diz is sitting on... Oh. Why? Diz is sitting on the ground just outside the gate, under the watchful eye of someone working in expeditions. We're just as stuck here as we were on the ship, he mumbles, but he doesn't say anything else after that. Why would I dare him to eat a worm? That's just rude. Hello, my parents. Oh, hey, it's Cal. I can finally actually talk to him. Cal is riding around the geoponics garden on his hoverboard. The board comes to a sudden, shuddering stop on the rocky ground in front of you. Cal falls off, but catches his balance before he eats dirt. Hi, Solana. Real ground is way harder to hover on than ship floors. There are bumps everywhere. Well, I guess we all have to adapt. Yeah, Cal exclaims. Things are actually way better planet side. Hovering outside is rad. Look at this. He runs over to a small depression in a nearby hill and presents it like it's something amazing. Look at this. It's a skate bowl. Well, I'm glad he's excited. Cool. Can I try? Watch me absolutely bust my ass. Sure, but please be careful. Mom says if I break my hoverboard, we can't make another one. You take turns riding around the bowl, trying to get up enough speed, going down one side to come back up the other. You don't land any tricks. It's hard just staying on the board with this uneven ground, but it's still fun. Toughness, hell yeah. Alright, let's see if Mars has any... Oh, Mars has nothing to say, so I'm going to leave her. Okay, so basically, if they aren't got the little bubbles, I'm guessing that they'll talk to me, but there's nothing really I can take past just like that. Anemone holds her stomach as you approach. Does the air here make you feel hungry all the time, or is it just me? She wonders. I feel like I could eat a whole one of them mushroom trees. Just how? She mimes, shoving a whole giant mushroom in her mouth. Alright, so we could play sports ball. We could go to school. Or we could rest. We're at like 75. Let's see. How much stress do I gain from going to class? $15 stress, and I'm at 75. Had I put it really high. But okay, let's do study one more time and then we'll rest. It's impossible to partner with either Tang or Mars for group work this month. Every time you try to get one of them to be your partner, they've already stuck to each other like glue. You can't imagine they'd be friends, but evidence is right before your eyes. Looking for more difficulty? This harder card challenges option will keep you on your toes. Absolutely not. Want to focus on the story? This will replace future mini-games with a quick coin flip based on your age and skills. No, I think the card games are kind of fun. Oh, we're so close. We could do 0, 1, 1, 4, 0. Super goal! Nice. Oh, I got 4 creativity and 2 persuasion. And I'm stressed as hell. Early pollen. Oh, okay. I was kind of worried. I was like, oh man, if we go into this one, do I like age up or something? But no, not yet. Ooh, how pretty. Anybody want to talk? No? What can I do here now? I can shovel dirt. Okay, well, I shouldn't do that. Yes, I'm going to go rest, because I am stressed as heck. The lounge is a long, well-lit hall along the outer hull of the ship's midsection. It's strewn with tables and cushions and serves as a communal living room for the tiny one-room spaces every family is assigned. You flop down into the lounge's big bag pile with some of the other kids. Cal has a dazed, peaceful look on his face. The air smells so good on Vertumna, and so does the dirt even. You notice his clothes are filthy, but obviously Cal couldn't care less. Anemone bounces in. Holy crap, there's so much space to run around and play in. Com and Chief Rhett set up an outdoor sports ball court, and it's way huger than the old one on the ship. Tangent carefully selects one cushion from the pile and perches on it. The school's expanding to some of the empty engineering bays, she tells you, and we're getting a big new lab to do experiments using local resources. There's so much to learn about on this planet. Anemone rolls her eyes, but Tang continues. We shouldn't forget our studies just because we've landed, she says primly. I want to explore the jungle. Solana's right, you hear over your shoulder, and you startle to find Diz standing right behind you. Gah, when did he get there? Did you see those huge beasts in the jungle as we were landing? Diz continues, picking at a thread on his sweater until it unravels. I wonder if there are more out there. You've had less of the deja vu dreams come to life feeling this week, and you're starting to think you'd even imagined it. But suddenly you get a prickling sensation in the back of your neck and remember that Mars is about to enter the lounge and tell everyone to look outside. You stare at the door. Mars walks through as if on cue. OMG, everybody look outside. They're hoisting a flag over command, she says, clapping her hands excitedly. You know what that means, right? She stands tall with her hands on her hips. For Tumna is officially humanity's first exocolony ever. You look out at the flag, feeling dizzy, and silently mouth the words along to what she says next. You remember this moment so well. This is history, kids, she claims, wrapping Anemone and Tangent under each arm. And we were there. Do I want to forget? Why would I want to forget? Do I gain another one if I do forget? No, I think I'm okay learning those. I don't want to forget. Not yet. You wake from an afternoon nap. You squint into the pink-tinged light slanting through the windows. You must have fallen asleep in the lounge. Tammy's shadow falls across your nest of pillows. Oh, I'm sorry, Solana, she says, giggling. I didn't mean to wake you up. It's just so nice outside with pollen sparkling in the sunlight. I wanted to open the windows. You rub your eyes blearily. Ugh, you were having the weirdest dream. Since you're awake, you should visit the cafeteria. Auntie Seton is making a new kind of candy. She says it's made of cotton? Isn't that weird? I have to go tidy the creche first, then I'll meet you there. Save some for me, okay? Tammy skips off towards the creche, humming to herself. I don't really want any candy, but she wanted me to save some for her, so I guess I'll go. I wondered who some of these other people were. In the cafeteria, Annie Seton is cheerfully handing out masses of pink candy, puffy and soft like clouds. Oh, Solana, she says, handing you a wand with some candy spun around the end. Here, try some of this. We used to have it on Earth. You pull off a piece and give it a taste. It's so sweet at first that your mouth puckers. You've never tasted anything so sweet and so real. It's not at all like the soy sweets that Leave the Kitchen nano printer can make. Melts in your mouth, leaving a gritty residue on your tongue. Of course it's sweet. It's literally cotton candy. You wait until everyone is gone, but Tammy never shows up. You look down at the cotton candy in your hands. It's wilted a little from the humidity, but it's kind of like her hair, you think? Pale, pink, and so soft. You keep some to give her later. I don't like when my vision kind of does that wonkiness. It worries me that something bad is happening, or going to happen. You're relaxing in your family's quarters after dinner. Your mom had to run off on some kind of council business, so you and your dad are playing a holo game together. When you're just about ready to head off to bed, your mom returns. You can tell from the defeated slant of her shoulders that something has gone terribly wrong. Your dad starts to ask her what's happened, but she waves him away and approaches you. She sits down. Oh no. She sits down and takes your hand, holding it between her two strong, dirt-creased ones. Solana, I'm so sorry to have to tell you this, she starts. Her mouth quivers as she swallows, working on her next words. There was an accident this afternoon in the creche. Oh no! That's where. No! What the fuck? Your friend Tammy has died. How? How? Why? No, wait! That can't be. We saw her in, like, a future vision. She was the older. That had to. Oh my god. You try to understand her words. Tammy. Dead? That's not possible? You suddenly remember the cotton candy you were saving to give Tammy, pink and fluffy just like her hair. You put your hand in your pocket to get it, but what comes out is a sticky, dark red lump of hard goo. You stare at it, your mind blank. What happened? Your mom tells you as simply as possible that Tammy was killed by an electric shock from a broken hollow projector. It was just an accident. You press her for more, for an exclamation. A little girl is dead, someone you'd grown up with, someone so much like you. She wasn't sick or anything. You just saw her this morning. She was right there. Why? Your mom's eyes are sad when she tells you. Sometimes there's just no reason why. You aren't used to dealing with death, and you don't know what you're supposed to say or do. You sort of mumble, okay, then get changed and crawl into bed, a full hour before your bedtime. You try to fall asleep, but you toss and turn for hours. You eventually drift off to fitful dreams of that small, sticky red lump of cotton candy. Okay, where is Cal? Because they were like bestest buddies, right? Cal, where are you? How are you? There you are. Callus. Oh, look at his face. Oh, poor baby. Cal is sitting in your mom's flower garden with his face in his hands. He's clearly been crying all morning and probably all of yesterday, too. He and Tammy were really close. Whenever you guys used to play house in the creche, Tammy was always the mom and Cal was the dad, even though you were just little kids. You kind of always giggled about how obviously they were going to be together forever, like a princess and a knight. Are you okay? Oh, he's so sad. Yeah, he sniffs, looking up at you. You can see how puffy and red his eyes are. Uh, I mean, no, not really. That's just what people want me to say, right? Tammy always liked these flowers, he mumbles. Sometimes I picked some for her. He runs his hand over the pretty white flowers. Don't tell your mom, okay? Tears well up and slowly leak out of his eyes. He doesn't even blink, just stares at the flowers as the tears run down his cheeks. You decide to give him some space. Oh, poor Cal, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry about your friend. Anybody else have anything to say about this? Oh, yeah, I guess. Okay, so I can talk to them even though they don't want to talk to me. You're mourning the loss of a loved one. All skill increases reduced by 1 for 3 months, and some jobs and actions can't be performed. Oh. Can you believe Tammy died? Desaz morbidly. I heard Chief Engineer Instance tell someone about it. He lowers his voice. Tammy got shacked by a broken hollow projector, the one in the creche with the dancing teddy bear, you remember? When she touched it, she got chucked all the way across the room. He makes a sailing motion with his hand, and bam! She was dead before she even landed. I don't. I mean, that's more information that I had. Really? Diz suddenly looks embarrassed. Yeah, I mean, it's too bad she's gone. She was nice. He tugs at the sleeves of his oversized jacket, but it's kind of a cool way to die. Dang! You are morbid. Alright. Anemone is chucking rocks at the strato, sending metallic clangs ringing through the colony. Stupid planet, she yells. Stupid creche! Stupid spaceship! She bends down to pick up another rock, but instead just sobs and braces her hands on her knees. Stupid everything! Why'd she have to die? It's not fair! Kids aren't supposed to die! Oh man, everybody's taking this real hard. Tang is pacing around in front of engineering. She looks upset. It shouldn't have happened, she says. What happened to Tammy? It shouldn't have been possible. There was no reason for that hollow projector to break. Professor Howe said it was recently serviced, and nothing was wrong with it before it just... She gestures angrily. It just blew up for no reason. Nobody would have wanted to hurt her, so... Why? How? It doesn't add up. Sorry, Solana. I want to think about this some more. I hate it when I can't find the answer. Mars is staring into space, looking somber. She doesn't even notice you come up beside her and barely reacts when you say hello. I'm thinking about Tammy, she says quietly. She used to sit down the hill there in that spot in the sun. Every morning, she'd just sit there for hours in the sun, doing nothing, just being happy. You stare down the hill, the spot near the entrance to the quarters. You can imagine her there, working on some little craft project, humming to herself. I miss her too. And now she's dead, Mars says, making a face. How's that for fair? Of all the people, how come it had to be my friend? You don't have an answer. Never heard Mars call Tammy her friend before, but of course she was. Tammy was everyone's scared little sister, even though she was older than most of you. Mars clicks her tongue. Oh, yeah, Administrator Seek is looking for you. I guess they need someone to do delivery jobs. She waves vaguely at the door behind her, distracted by her thoughts. Can I pick up the egg? There's an egg! Okay, so there are clickable things that I can find. Your dad gives you a hug. Sorry you're feeling blue, Solana, he says. Things will start to look up again soon. Your mom pats your shoulder encouragingly. I'm so sorry, Solana. Alright, not much for comfort. That's okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, I can't do deliveries yet. I'm not strong enough. How much toughness do I need? I'm at 3. So that's not happening. So Adventure Seek is gonna have to wait. I guess I'll do some sports ball. Play sports ball! Let's see. I don't want to put... Oh. That's not good. 0, 1, 2, 4. But I don't want to set... If I set that one there, yeah, that's going to make that... I don't want that. Well, hey, we still won, so that works. The colony is going to hold a funeral for Tammy. Do you want to attend? If you don't feel up to it, you could just skip it and take the month off instead, or you could get back to work. Tammy who? Wow. You'd be like, who? Who's this person? No. Yes, I'll attend. The colonists gather in the recycling room. Bringing organics down to be recycled here is one of your chores, but you've only come here for a funeral twice. Both times, a colonist has passed away from natural causes during the 20-year-long journey from Earth. This is the first time there's been a funeral on Vertumna, and the first time for someone you actually knew. The mouth of the organics recycler has been polished, and a wreath of yellow flowers placed over the opening. Inside, you can see a shrouded figure, Tammy's small, fragile body. That's a little dark for kids. Like, I mean, I get it because I mean it's still a funeral, but like, I don't think they should be seeing the outline. Tammy's dad, Uncle Tonin, is here, as well as your parents and antecedent, and the rest of the council. Cal is here with his mom and her partners, already crying in their arms. The room is packed with people, and the feeling of grief is so thick you can taste it in your mouth. Governor Udicott stands before the assembled crowd. There are no words to ease the pain we feel today, she begins solemnly. That's a woman, my bad. Yes, Tammy died. The little elf girl, she died. I'm sad. There is only the sad company of those of us left behind to share the burden of that grief. Tammy was our child, she continues, one of the first humans to be born in space and the first to die on an alien planet. In her short life, she exemplified the very arc of human accomplishment, bending hopefully towards life beyond our humble earth. She is the first of us who can truly call Vertumna home. Her passing was as senseless as it was sudden. Losses like this are impossible to hold within oneself, a painful reminder that life is impossibly precious and fragile. But they also remind us, as always, that as a community we are capable of great strength. Udicott closes the door to the recycler. You hear Uncle Tonin sob over the hum of the particle disintegrators beginning their work. As a community, we remember Tammy. As a community, we return her body to the soil that nurtures us. In this way, Tammy, our child from the stars, will never truly be lost to us. There's this sad little face. Oh. The ceremony is adjourned, but a few people stay back to console Uncle Tonin as he keeps vigil over the recycler. Cal and Uncle Tonin hold each other and weep openly. Your mom stays behind to receive Tabby's remains. As the head of geoponics, she'll be responsible for adding them to the colony's precious supply of brown soil from the earth. Your dad accompanies you out of the recycling room. He clears his throat. I I want you to know, though, that you don't need to be okay, he says, clasping his warm hand on your shoulder. If you want to take the rest of the month off, everyone's going to understand. Oh, I kind of don't want to, though. Like, I get it, but, like, I feel like it's almost better sometimes to have something to do, like to focus on, rather than just be sad. But then, of course, like, I also have never processed death well, so that might just be me. Let's go back to school. You feel better just having said goodbye. Tammy was your friend, but you feel like the best way to deal with losing her is to throw yourself into your school and work. How you doing, Cal? Cal gives you a sympathetic smile. Hey, Solana, he says. We'll be okay. Alright. Anybody got any bubbles for me? No bubbles? No bubbles. Alright. She used to be right here. Alright, let's actually go to school this time. No, actually, no. I want to go back to... I want to be tough. Give me muscularness. Oh, wait. Is that just bravery? I thought it was toughness, too. One, 2, 0, 1. Alright. I winned. So I only got bravery. I didn't get any toughness from that. Dang. Oh, Tan wants to talk. Tan! What's up, Tan? Solana, Tangent says, approaching you with purpose. We need to discuss my brother. You mean my buddy Diz? Dish. Who? Diz? Yes, yes, Diz, she says impatiently. I need you to figure out where he's been disappearing ever since we landed. I barely see him anymore. He doesn't even come home at night sometimes, and She trails off, looking at her feet. Well, I'm not on very good terms with my brother as of late, but Well, people are becoming worried. You get the feeling Tang is the one who's worried, but she doesn't want to admit it. I'll find out. You gain -1 for mourning, so the toughness one. Oh, I read that and it still didn't even register in my brain. Thank you. I wondered why. I was like, but I want muscles. I'll find out. Thank you, Solana, she says, looking relieved for a second before her expression hardens again. I mean, it would be a ridiculous waste of resources if something happened to him and no one knew where he was or how to find him. Right, of course. Tan doesn't get worried. Nemone holds her stomach as you approach. Oh, what? I have something for you? What do I have? Why do... Wait. Wait, what? No. No. I don't have something for you right now. Okay, Diz was over here. Oh. You step cautiously through the colony gates. Solana. Uncle Tonin sighs as he blocks your path. He looks like he hasn't been sleeping. I'm sorry, but you shouldn't be out here. Our children are so young and so precious. So fragile. Please stay near the ship. I'm tough enough. I'm brave enough. Okay. Wait, there's a bestiary? Hold on, I want to see the bestiary. I probably don't have anything unlocked to actually see. A float cow. Cumbersome-looking creatures are actually lighter than air due to large helium sacs on dorsal and ventral sides. Careful balancing. They produce salty, high-protein milk substance for feeding their young that is also nutritious for Hopeye. Communal creature with 2 disparate sets of eyes and 1 strong foot used for both locomotion and defense. Though harmless, these small warriors can be feasts. Manticore. I know what a manticore is. I watched Onward, the Disney movie. Plumage changes according to the season. Their body is composed almost entirely of dangerous weapons. Do not approach. That might be different. Alright, I'll leave. Oh, my parents have moved. Ah! Diz, what are you doing? You tell Diz that his sister Tangent wants to know where he's been disappearing off to. His eyes flit briefly to yours, then he stares vaguely off towards the engineering wing where his sister is reading on her holopalm between classes. He doesn't say anything. She's worried. Oh, wait. friendship would disintegrate her. She's worried about you. She doesn't care about me, he says sullenly. Tangent's just worried she'll get in trouble if I don't come home one day. He scowls and picks at the hem of his sweatshirt. She doesn't care about anything but her schoolwork. Well, I don't want to threaten the kid, but I don't have high enough friendship with him. What friendship am I at? 6. Oh, I'm so close. Oh, Tammy. I hate that her picture's all darkened. Okay. Well, just leave him alone for now. His shoulders slump in relief as you go. I can't ask him where he's going because we're not friends enough yet. I want to be able to help with animals. Hey, Sunberry, your dad greets you. Working hard or hardly working? He laughs and ruffles your hair. What's up, Mom? Your mom is hard at work. Oh, wait. We've talked to her already about that. Cal. Cal looks up at the sky, shading his eyes. I wonder when it's going to rain again, he says. The heat doesn't bother me none, but after a while the plants are going to get all toasty. So I can give them the egg. But I don't feel like I want to, because I don't know if that's a good card to have or not. Okay, so basically not much I can do to talk to them. So, time for Q. Oh, wait. Hold on. I'm no longer mourning, so I should be able to get some strength. Oh. 0, 2, 1, 1, 0. Ooh. What if I do... I don't think it'll make a difference, per se. +1 to a card, change shoot to strength. If I add 1 to that one, that'll make it... That's still 8. Oh no, did I mess that up? I didn't. I think I messed that up. What does that do? Oh, okay, so that kind of like changes the outcome, question mark? It's time for Vertumnalia! Udicott and the council have called a festival to celebrate life here on the planet Vertumna. Everyone gathers in the colony square to hear Governor Udicott's speech. In the question, you can remember combinations? Oh. I'm very terrible at card games or anything that look even slightly like them. In Earth's history, Udicott begins and then clears her throat and waits for everyone to quiet down. Ahem. In Earth's history, Vertumna was known as the god of seasons, change, gardens, and fruit. It's no coincidence that our forebears of the Vertumna Project chose to take on such an auspicious name, in the hopes of seeding future bountiful seasons of humanity. We will continue this tradition of Vertumnalia, a midsummer festival to celebrate our Vertumna, this lush planet upon which we find ourselves today. Oh, I didn't even see that. I gotta remember to look at that next time. I mean, I'm gonna clap because it'd be rude to yawn, but also it's supposed to be a festival. Festivals are fun. Everyone cheers and applauds. The members of the council all get up on stage one at a time to give their own short speeches. Governor Udicott announces each one. Yeah, we read that already. We know you people. When it's your mother Flulu's. That's my mom's name, Flulu? I saw that name earlier and I was kind of like, that's a funny name. That's my mom. When it's your mother Flulu's turn, she announces that tonight you'll be eating some of the very first crops grown from Vertumna soil. Your eyes go to the feast table. Aboard the Stratosphere, it would have been mostly soy-based food from the nanoprinter, spiced up with what precious fruits and vegetables could be grown in the small growing bays. This year, the earth plants look even less robust than usual, but they're supplemented by some Vertumnan plants you've come to appreciate. Juicy Watato pods and slabs of edible fungi. Udicott takes the stage after everyone on the council has said their piece. What is a festival without festivities, she asks. Professor Hal and Security Chief Rhett have organized a 3-part competition for the kids. Good luck, children. Which one do you join? I'm not strong enough and not smart enough. Competitions are dumb. Talent show? It's an all singing, all dancing, all talent extravaganza. The entire colony gathers to watch the show after dinner. First up, Diz plods up to the front of the stage as a pop song starts to play. He just stands there, deadpan, staring into space with his arms at his side while the singer belts out the first verse. Then, as the chorus comes in, he suddenly springs to life, dancing and lip syncing to the lyrics frantically, waving his arms and grinning maniacally, then collapses back to standing still once the chorus is over. It's hilarious, but you aren't sure you're supposed to be laughing. Interpretive dance. Next, Mars performs a choreographed dance routine to an old Earth song by an AI idol, Hatsune Miku. She has light emitting balls at the end of her hair, which she swings around everywhere in the dim light while controlling a small floating drone who dances with her. It's total overkill, but it is impressive. Your turn. What do? Magic act. Comedy routine. Magic act? Creativity hard. Oh, God. Okay, so I just don't want to put that one next to 4. Jesus, 41? You're crazy. That's not happening. 0, 1, 1, 2. Sheesh. Oh, that's better, actually. I figured it'd be better because of the 2, but that actually makes it 1 higher. Plus 1 for flush, 3 for... Oh. It counts with numbers, too. Shit, I didn't notice that before. Can I do 0, 1, 2? It does work as a straight. Okay. Sugar beans, though. So that's 9. If I put that one there, that one there, and that one there, that's 10. It's not much better. It's only 1 better, but I'm definitely not going to make it through this anyway. Hey, I did not do so well. Your performance is, well, it isn't as good as whatever Mars just did, according to the judges. That's a tough act to beat. Maybe next year. Oh, I got 2 friendship with Diz. Maybe now I can ask him where he's going. After the festivities are over, everyone takes time off for a much-needed break. During the fierce heat of dust, a few days' rest is actually exactly what you need. You feel refreshed. Oh my god, time is going so fast. How am I supposed to run in these conditions? Nemini is lying in the dirt, sweating and gasping for breath. It's so hot, she complains. How am I supposed to run in these conditions? Diz, are you still over here? Can I ask you where you're going? We're friends now, right? No, I'm not. Ah, that must be done now. Diz is sitting on the ground, just waiting outside the gate, under the watchful eye of someone working in expeditions. We're just as stuck here as we were on the ship, he mumbles, but he doesn't say anything else after that. Well. Nope, he doesn't feel like playing today. Anybody want to talk? No? Not really? Alright, let's go gain some... Let's see, that's toughness. 4. What do I need to do deliveries? 10. Oof. I need reasoning 5 or greater. So let's, I guess, get some reasoning. Good afternoon, my burgeoning biologists, up and coming chemists. Professor Howell welcomes you back to your old classroom. This afternoon, we'll learn what I like to call the wet sciences. He gestures to his holo-projected lesson plan. Biology, chemistry, medicine, ecology, and geology. You'll learn a little bit of everything, with opportunities for further study in your favorite field. If you're looking for something a little drier, try registering for engineering classes. Okay, so we want 0, 1, 1, 1, 0. Nice! I think I'm getting the hang of it a little bit now. I'm gonna do like a walk around and make sure nobody wants to talk to me. Cal wants to talk to me. You're looking for Cal in the garden when you nearly trip over someone else, one of the younger kids, and they're blindfolded. Hey! They exclaim, ripping the blindfold off their face and throwing it to the ground. It's Cirrus, one of Anemone's brothers. He glares at you. I was almost done! Cal jogs over and grabs Cirrus in a friendly headlock, ruffling his messy red hair. Dude, you were so close! Cirrus stamps his feet and complains that you got in his way. It's not their fault, Cal says. They didn't know we were playing a game. Give me a sec. I want to teach them how to play. Cal turns to you as Cirrus leaves. Sorry, Solana, he says sheepishly. I was teaching Cirrus a new game, but he's more like Anemone than I thought. Real competitive, you know? He stops to pick up the blindfold, brushing off the dirt. I've been trying to come up with different kinds of games, other than sports ball, he says. No winners or losers. I just want to have fun with my friends. Cal looks at you hopefully. Do you want to learn how to play? Let me check my schedule. Yes. Cal smiles, looks like it's going to stretch right off his face. Radical, he shouts, jumping up and down with excitement. Okay, so first, put on this blindfold. The blindfold is a little scratchy and smells like dirt. You can feel Cal's big hands on your shoulders. I'm going to spin you around, and when I let go, you got to listen to my instructions. We're going to walk all the way to the cafeteria, okay? You nod. You can't see Cal's grin, but you can hear it in his voice as he spins you around and counts to 10. 1, 2, 3. First, Cal says, you gotta walk forward 10 steps. Do you follow Cal's instruction as best you can, or make things difficult for him? Nah, we'll do our best. We don't want to ruin his game. He's trying to make up a game, and if we do it wrong, he's probably going to get disheartened. You take 10 steps straight forward, holding your hands out for balance. The rocky dirt between the garden beds crunches under your feet. Yeah, Cal says. Now, turn to your right and take 15 steps until you get to the door. You turn to the right and walk forward, counting out 15 steps. When you stop, Cal laughs. You can hear his footsteps crunching behind you. I forgot how much bigger I am than you. You're like 2 more steps away. You take 2 more steps until your outstretched hands land on the warm metal of the door. Success! Awesome, Cal says, and you can't help but smile. This is fun. Now hit the door button on the right, and then keep walking forward until I say stop. Go really slowly, okay? You open the door and start to walk forward. Aw, why can't I? Aw. How am I supposed to have some of these up at like 20 or greater? How? You open the door and start to walk forward. The path slopes downward and your feet slip a little bit. Even though you're moving as slowly as you can, real dirt is nothing like the metal floors of the stratospheric. It's turbo rocky here, Cal says, and you can feel uneasiness prickle up the back of your arms. Just keep going forward, slowly. Can you trust him? You try to do as you're told, but after a few steps, your foot knocks against a sprawling root and you fall forward, catching yourself on your hands and knees. Ouch. You tear off the blindfold, a sudden rush of tears flooding your eyes. Cal's beside you in an instant, kneeling on the rocks. Are you okay? He asks. You look down at yourself. Your knees and hands are pretty scraped up, and your pride is bruised, but other than that, you're okay. Cal helps you stand. I'm sorry, Solana. I'll be a better helper next time. He asks if you want to get some potato juice at the cafeteria instead. You spend the rest of the afternoon brainstorming more games where there are no winners or losers. No? Nobody else want to talk? Nobody wants to speak with me. All right. None of you want to speak with me. Alright, let's see. Where my creativity is low. Pretty much. My bravery is pretty high. Actually, you know what? I feel like I want bravery. I want creativity and bravery. So, play some sports ball. Oh, Mars may not be as skilled as sports ball player as Anemone, but she plays hard. She orders people around like a team captain, but she isn't so great at passing the ball. She'd rather be the star. Her favorite thing is to spike the ball right into the opposing net stop's body. Not a legal move, but she's done it so many times that the opposition now stands further back when Mars has the ball, which is exactly what she wants. Did you see that? Anemone complains to you during a break. Mars wouldn't pass the ball to either of us 10 whole minutes. Somebody has to do something. Anemone looks at you questioningly. Just let Mars be Mars. We're kids. Maybe she'll grow out of it. Because I don't want to not pass her the ball. That just sounds kind of mean. Well, but, I mean, if she's not passing. Alright, think like a kid. Just not pass it. For the rest of the game, you and Anemone pass to each other and ignore Mars. She notices, but just assumes you want to be the star too and doesn't give you any hassle. The thing you've learned with Mars is that she loves to be the best, but she doesn't have the kind of ego that makes her mean about it. Doesn't really solve the problem, but it's kind of fun anyway. Huh, alright. I lost stress. Nice. Alright, so we want 0, 1, 4. Nope, hold on. Move these over here so I can have 0 there and 2 there. Does that still work? Yes. Ha ha! I got it. So then, I trapped it in my room, Anemone says, telling you all about the bugs she saw in her quarters. Its wings were as big as my hand, and it feels like, whoa! It was bouncing all over the place, like boing, boing, boing. She gestures excitedly, swinging her arms over her head. The bugs here are so big, and they're everywhere. I was going to give it to Tang, she says. She loves gross bug stuff, but she said I should just let it go, because if it stung me, I might get weird mutant powers. I mean, other than the ones I already have. And I wanted to see if I got more weird mutant powers, so I started jumping around off higher and higher things until I was jumping off the back of the ship, and I got in so much trouble, but it wasn't even that high. She stops in her tracks. Hold on, she says, stooping to rub irritably at her knees for probably the 100th time in the past 5 minutes. Oh, I'm gonna die. I busted up my knees, and it's so itchy when my scales grow in. Those are scales? Oh, I didn't even notice that till now. Those are scales? Annie, don't pick it, Chief Steward Antecedent's voice rings out across the garrison yard, pleasant but firm. It instantly transports you back to being in the ship crash, tugging on her skirts and calling her auntie. Oh, yeah, Anemone. Yeah, I guess I didn't think of that. Okay, but you could name a real person Anemone and still, they wouldn't have scales. I don't think I'm that, like, off base for not knowing that those were scales. Anemone jumps and stands up straight, her hands flying to her sides. I chose to have no mutations or any sort of special powers, although apparently I have some anyway. But Mom, Anemone whines, digging her fingers into her knees as Antecedent approaches you both. It's so scratch-tastically itchy! I know, lovely, Antecedent soothes her, patting down her riotous red hair. But the more you pick at it, the thicker your scales are going to grow in. Anemone tucks her hand under her armpits to keep from scratching. What if I want to have cool scales? She pouts. Antecedent smiles indulgently. At the rate you're going, I'm sure you'll be covered in them before you know it. No need to rush. Anemone's skin is dotted with patches of protective blue-green scales that grow in wherever she gets a cut or scrape. She rubs the patch on her jaw indignantly, the one she got when she ran headfirst into the food synthesizer back on the ship. Learned Anemone Augment. Antecedent opens her satchel and pulls out a bundle of clothes. The queue for the nanoprinter is over a week long, so I patched your pants with scraps from your brother's clothing. Please try not to put any more holes in them, or yourself, okay? She hands the clothes to Anemone and kisses her on her forehead. Anemone sticks out her tongue and gags. Yuck. Anemone evaluates the clothes as her mom walks away. Galactic, she breathes as she runs her fingers over the odd-colored patches. Then, right there in the middle of the yard, she unashamedly squirms out of her pants and pulls on the new ones. Whoa, I look like a fighter jet from the Hollows, she explained, showing off her new pants. Like when they'd stencil your kill count on your plane? Or like a really cool scar. Nemini grins. Yeah, you get it. My pants are scarred, just like me. She funny. I like an enemy. What's up, Cal? Don't want to talk to me. Cool. This does, though. It's pouring rain, and everyone's trying to stay dry under the grass-roofed palapas. Palapas? Palapas? Everyone except Diz. Off in the distance, over at the wall near the sports ball field, he's definitely skulking. Ugh! I'm annoyed that I'm so low and that there's so many choices that I can't make because I don't have the skills. I don't want to. The thing of it is like I don't want to tell someone because I feel like that would upset him because like he seems to like want to be on his own and he wants to kind of be like antisocial. I don't want to be that kid that's like, hey, that kid over there might want somebody to talk to him. But I also I want this. I want this. All right, I'll tell someone. You tell Security Chief Rhett that you saw Diz up to no good around behind the garrison. Oh no. He's too distracted trying to put buckets under various leaks in the roof to pay you much attention. Thank you, Solana. I'll check it out later, he says, waving you off. If there's a danger to the Connolly, one of the lookouts will catch it. You're not so sure. You know Diz. He's very good at hiding when he doesn't want to be found. Nope. Alright, we're pretty good, so we can definitely... What can we do here? We can shovel dirt. That's 3 toughness. Yes, absolutely. It's your first day in the glorious world of agricultural soil conveyance. Oh boy. Good morning, Solana. Looks like you're working for your old lady. Hope you don't expect me to go easy on you just because you're my kid. She walks you around the geoponics wings and points out where everything is. Your job is to move sod, compost, plants, garden waste, and equipment from one place to another. Get comfortable with this, she says, pushing a squeaky, old-fashioned wheelbarrow towards you. Now, any questions before you start moving that dirt? Where do I move it again? From over there, she points to a dirt pile, to there, she points to an identical pile 10 meters away. She sees your confusion. We had some very precious soil from Earth on the ship, full of all the nutrients and bugs and bacteria our plants need to grow. But it was lost, she sighs, in an accident. Now we have to make more from scratch using Vertumnus soil. This is part of the process. Okay. That's my kid, your mom says, slapping you on the back. You stumble a little. Your arms start to ache after the first half hour of work, but you keep going. By the end of the month, you feel utterly drained and exhausted. And good, somehow. You can feel your muscles growing already. Give me all the muscles. Okay, 0. Dang, I'm not going to be able to match the 1. But I still made it! Extra toughness. Whoa. You're having a terrifying familiar dream. A monster crashing through the walls. Unfathomably large, every part of it wriggling and moving and searching for something. It tramples through the colony as you watch helplessly. Time shifts to the wreckage of your home. You're picking through it, looking for something. Tears streaking down your dust-covered face as you lift heavy pieces of debris, searching. You wake up shouting no, but your voice is drowned out by a deafening rumble from the skies outside. The bedroom window is covered in water? It's pouring down from the clouds. You guess this must be rain, but you've never experienced it before. There's a bright flash from outside, then another crack and rumble. Thunder! It must be a thunderstorm! It's still early hours of the morning. You've already almost forgotten your bad dream, but you're too unsettled to go back to sleep yet. The rain beats down on the roof of your quarters, joined now and then with great peals of thunder like the footsteps of an angry beast. The thing of it is I would love to go out and play in the rain, but hearing the thunder, but I don't know if I would know like what lightning is because I've never experienced rain. So I'm gonna go outside and play in the rain. It's surprisingly warm outside, and the water feels nice hitting your head. Everything smells fresh and damp and wonderful, and the dusty packed ground has turned squelchy mud between your toes. You don't go too far from the door to your quarters, but it's exciting being outside in the dark, watching dramatic streaks of lightning arc down to the hills behind the colony. Nice! Okay. Oh, we gained rebellion for that. I thought that was bravery. Mid-wet. Oh, I was hiding behind the flag and I didn't even realize it. Oh, hey, another thing. A sturdy wood log. I gotta keep my eye open for those more often. Really? Nobody wants to talk? Nobody at all? What is my stand? What am I at? Stress 70? I can do some school stuff. I should probably learn. I'm gonna get some more creativity. This month, you're supposed to learn about different styles of dance. Mars takes to this fairly easily, but Tang objectively refuses to, saying she'd rather be penalized for non cooperation than make a fool of herself. She sits the whole month out, doing independent study on the philosophy of medicine. No matter how much Mars cajoles, bribes, or begs Tang to dance with her, she doesn't budge. So, 41110. Nice! I don't need that right now. I am super stressed and I need to take a break. Oh, Tang wants to talk though. Hi, Tang. Tangent is watching a construction crew build scaffolding for the new engineering pavilion. They're using a mushwood, which is so light that one person can easily lift a 10-meter long pole and stack it into place. She points toward them. Human beings are so great, don't you think? Before we landed, this was all just dirty jungle. Now it's civilization. I've been learning about adaptability and writing in biology class. The books say it's what set us apart from the animals. Like we don't need fur because we can make warm clothes, and if it's too hot, we can make air conditioners instead. Maybe the animals have neat adaptations. Tangent rolls her eyes at you. Maybe, but even if they do, I haven't seen any sign of intelligent life here. It's just those big, dumb xenofauna. Some animals here are smart and friendly. Tang looks skeptical. They're still animals, Solana. Maybe they're just pretending to be nice so you'll feed them. You're lucky it didn't eat you. She folds her arms. Dorb's moth look cute, but one can eat through a bag of rice in less than 30 minutes. Even an herbivore can be dangerous here. Doesn't have to want to eat you to be able to hurt you. I don't think I like them. Like, oh, you don't like Tan? They're just critical. You know, they're very book smart and critical. Together, you watch as the foreman puts the blueprints for the scaffolding onto the floating screen of her hollow palm and raises it to the scaffolding to check their progress. I'd like to see an alien do that, Tang says primly. Humans look defenseless and weak, but we're the strongest species in the galaxy. Well, who else can literally bend reality to their will? Not a stupid alien, that's for sure. She puts one finger to her chin. I'm living proof that humanity is greater than our biology, she says. All of us are really with our genetic enhancements. We're at the next step in humanity's evolution from great ape to galactic superspecies. Okay. Cal wants to talk. Hi, Cal. Hold this to your head now, my darling, you hear as you enter the garden looking for Cal. It'll help with the swelling. Cal is... Oh, that's his mom! Cal is sitting with his mother, Auntie Tira, who kneels beside him, holding an ice pack to his head. Cal's eyes are a little puffy. He rubs them and sniffs as you approach. Hello, Solana, Tira greets you with a kind smile. Don't worry. Recalcitrance? That's his name? Recalcitrance? That's his whole name? Jeez, no wonder we call him just Cal. Recalcitrance just took a tumble off something. He shouldn't have been climbing. Mom, Cal complains. It wasn't that bad. You gonna be okay? I'm okay, Cal reassures. I just bonked my head a little. Mom always knows how to make it better, he says with a boyish smile, even if I'm old enough to take care of it myself. My brave boy, Tira says, stroking his hair. Thanks for humoring me. She looks over to you. Don't let him show off for you, Solana. Ground-based feats of bravery only for the rest of the day. Cal whines and wrinkles his nose. Tira laughs and wraps him in a big, motherly hug, rocking him back and forth. Despite his protests, Cal's eyes close in happiness. He really loves his mom. Oh gosh, please tell me that's not like something bad's gonna happen to his mom. I'm worried now. I was not expecting somebody to die so fast. Well, I expected like a parent or an adult to die. I was not expecting a small child to die this soon in the game. What up, Daddy-O? You're looking a little worn out, my little firefly. Your dad greets you looking concerned. You know, despite what your mom might say, there is such a thing as too much work. Maybe some R&R over in the lounge would help recharge those solar cells. What do you say? Maybe I just need a hug? Your dad throws his arms wide. Well, get in here, Tiger Butter. After a long hug, you do feel a little better. Your dad gives incredible hugs. I think I do still have to relax, though. Because I'm at, like, 80. So if I did, like, most other things, which are 15, I'd probably be pushing it too far. Relax. You organize a raid on the kitchen pantry for snacks. They want to be free. You must liberate them. I don't know what this does as far as like forgetting cards, because like if I can I not earn any more cards until I forget a card? Maybe I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna forget. I'm gonna forget my first words and see what happens. The days have been getting shorter, with only the yellow sun barely skimming the horizon. One morning you wake in the darkness and have to check your holopalm to know what time it is. You see a hollow stream from Mars. Good morning to all my pals, if you can even call it morning. They've named it glow season because, like, everything is crazy glowing out there in the dark. I'm staying the heck inside for the next month. What's the point of even going out if you can't see anything? It's going to be a long, boring month. No way, it looks cool out there. It does. Ooh, that's kind of spooky, though. You peek out the window. The wormhole is the biggest you've ever seen it, like a massively fiery ring in the sky. The planet must be very close to it now. And out in the jungle, something new is taking place. The plants are flowering, glowing, iridescent blooms, and everything is full of life. There are strange new sounds, long hooting calls, and gurgling roars. Oh, I see. Oh, wait, there's cards up here. So I have a lot of, like, some of these I can probably get rid of. Because I have a lot of them. I have gear? Oh. And can forget cards by spending time relaxing. You have a limited number of gear slots based on your organization and other skills. Click gear to unequip it. Collectibles that you find while exploring may be given as gifts to friends or used during challenges for one-use bonuses. Zeros are the worst? Oh. Well, 1, 2, 3. I have 3 of those. So perhaps I should get rid of zeros next chance I get. After Mars' message is a notice from the council warning everyone to stay safe inside. Tammy's dad and the other surveyors have been called back, and the gates closed for the month. There's a tension in the air as if everyone is waiting for something. Oh god, Diz. Please stay inside, Diz. Oh no, she said he was like leaving. Oh, please tell me he's not gonna die. Diz, where are you? Oh god. Oh wow, it's really dark. Diz! Where's Diz? Where's Diz? Where's Diz? I don't trust him. Yo, I don't trust you. Come here. What are you doing? Diz is staring off into the wilderness outside the gates. Feels different, he mumbles. Don't know how, just different. You ask him what he means, but he just shakes his head and stuffs his hands in his pockets. I'm going to give you this so we can be better friends. So that maybe I can talk you out of, like, doing silly things. Thank you, Diz says, clearly unsure about how to react. I'll, find something to do with it. +1! Dang. Okay, well, I thought it'd be more than that. So it looks like most people are inside, and let's see what an enemy has to say. An enemy runs up to me. Hi, Solana, she huffs, catching her breath. She grins. On the ship, adults are always saying, no running, an enemy, no running. But outside, there's so much room. I can run up for 5 minutes in one direction, even more after the robo-plows clear the land for farms. Okay. What's up, Mom? Solana, your mom stops you as you walk by. What are you doing out of your quarters? It isn't safe out here. I mean, it doesn't seem very dangerous. Oh, she narrows her eyes. What you should be afraid of here is me if you don't do what I say, Solana. We don't know what's out there this time of year, so you and the other kids are going to keep your butts in the ship. You know there's no sense of arguing when she makes that face. As you walk away and are just out of earshot, you hear her mumble, Stars, it is beautiful, though. Yeah, it is, Mummy dearest. But don't I... Oh, yeah, I can go to school. Alright, real quick, I will be right back. Give me like 5 seconds. No, 5. Don't... I'm going to say 5 seconds and somebody's going to start counting. Give me a minute. 1 whole minute and I will be right back. 1 whole minute. I'm not even going to go to the be right back screen. I'll be just like right back. I feel like I should have more brain. Because I can't even register for engineering classes. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. What is my reasoning at right now? My reasoning. Where is reasoning? Oh, it's so low. 1. And I need 5. Malice! Hi! Thank you. Ah. Alright, we need some reasoning. Or do we? Yeah, we probably should. For today's lesson, Professor Hal tells you, we'll start with a fun group project. You'll be studying the mush tree, a prominent natural resource native to Vertumna. In the ideal conditions, it can grow at a speed of over 1 meter a day and have a diameter of up to 30 centimeters. He stands on his tiptoes and gestures to illustrate. Your team will experiment to find those ideal conditions. Bob and weave, bob and weave. Heartburn, nausea, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. You're teamed up with Tang and Cal and are given a mush tree spore and a bucket to grow it in. The rest is up to you. Tang looks up Surveyor's notes on the holonet. Mush trees, she reads, are most abundant south of Colony in the storm, most regions of the Subaceous swamp. I don't know that word. What if we use water instead of soil, Cal suggests, like they do with hydroponics? Tang nods. If they like wet weather, they might work. Solana, do you have any suggestions? Put it under a bright glow light? You lower the light so it is right over your bucket of water and plop the spore in. Every day you rush into the classroom to check on its progress. At first, there's nothing, but by midweek, your little mush tree shoot sprouts up and starts its journey. You raise the light gradually as it grows towards it. In the end, yours is in the middle of the pack. Since mush trees tend to grow in rainy, overcast places rather than hot, dry ones, you wonder if you might have given it too much light. Dang it! How was I supposed to know that? Okay, so we got 0, 1. Oh, dang it! Wait. Okay, hold on. Hold on. 4. Dang, no matter what, if I put that next to it. Shoot. If I put that next to it, it's going to lower that to 1. Maybe I can still bypass it? Oh, I can't. Alright, so 0, 1, 2, 4, 1. Whoo! Just barely made it. This card sucks. I need to get rid of that card is what I need to get rid of. Oh god. It's daytime when the emergency sirens start up. Well, what passes for day? It's still nearly pitch black except for an eerie green twilight glow on the horizon. You look towards the gates. They're open. Wait, they shouldn't be open. The alert blares out of every speaker in the colony. It's the same one you use for hull breaches and fires, and in space, it meant you were supposed to go to the nearest emergency shaft and put on a spacesuit. On Vertumna, it means to go to an assembly point and wait for instructions. The closest assembly point is the children's creche, but from the opposite direction, you hear shouting and loud popping noises. Gunfire. Is the colony under attack? I am a child. Oh my god, is there a save? Hold on, I need a save. I'm scared. Just fresh. No, wait. First attack. We're gonna say first attack, so I can remember. Okay, I'm. Oh, ow! I didn't know that. I could hover over that, and it told me what the card was. Okay. I'm an idiot, and I'm going to go help fight, even though I'm a. Oh god, but wait. Oh no, but if I go to help fight, and like one of my parents is there and they see me, what if they get distracted and get killed? Oh my gosh, I'm stressed. I don't want to just hide though. What if somebody, what if I can help somehow? Oh god, I'm so sorry. You'll try your best to be brave and fight back. First, you dodge some helpful grown-ups who point you back to the creche. Then you head outside to get your bearings. Okay. You can hear yelling from up the stairs to command, and a commotion to the southeast at Geoponics where your parents are working. Go to my parents. Your parents are defending the greenhouses from a pack of knee-high creatures which seem to have eyes growing all over their bodies. Their oily flesh ripples with a constant, subtle motion as the individual eyes blink one at a time incessantly. You can't tell which end is which with these horrible things. I support your inner bravery. I'm literally a child who's like, this whole thing, we have no idea what is out there. And I'm like, yeah, I can help, as like a 10-year-old kid. Cal. Oh, Cal. Poor Cal. Cal is standing nearby. Wide-eyed, he slowly picks up a shovel and moves beside you. He reluctantly holds the shovel in front of himself like a weapon. Easy, doggies, he whispers. We don't want to hurt you. Hell yes, hell yeah. The 10-year-old is what will change the course of the battle. I'm here to protect Cal. Get out of here, both of you! Run! Your mom shouts, attracting the pack's attention. All except one animal, which moves straight towards you and Cal. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Analyze its behavior. You look into its too many eyes and see fear. This creature is scared of you. To Cal's amazement, you crouch down to try to look less threatening and choose two eyes at random to look into, to communicate with. You start to reach out a hand, but the creature is trembling. Staring into its eyes has made it even more frightened than before, and it pounces. Oh god! Not nice, doggy. Okay, 0, 1, 4. Oh, I'm about to get my ass. Wait, why do I have when I could just have one? Because that's double, and it's 3. Okay. So, 1, 1, 1, 2. I think that's just about the best I could do. Okay, that one sucks. We ain't using that one. 0, 0, 1, 2. No, wait, hold on. If it sets the neighbor to 0 to 1, oh, but that screws up my whole thing. Hold the fuck on. Hold on. Hold on. Swap these two. 0, 1, 1, 1, 2. Ah! I always saw that as a bad card, but I guess if it's next to a 0, ew, that's what it looks like? Gross. You killed it. With nothing but a rake, thrust deep into several of the creature's many eyes, the rest of the pack scampers off the moment it falls. You've never killed anything before. The body of the creature that was so terrifying a minute ago now looks strangely small and harmless. All of its eyes have closed for good now. Cal crouches beside it in shock. That's a loved and hated card. Yeah, I looked at that and thought, God, set it to 1. That sucks, but I guess if it's next to a 0, I guess that's better by 1. I told you to run, Solana. Uh-oh. Your mom looks furious that you put yourself in danger. She storms over, and you think she's going to slap you. Then suddenly she pulls you into her arms and hugs you. She keeps rocking you and saying, my baby, over and over. It's pretty surreal, almost as weird as the dog things with the eyes, honestly. After 2 weeks of darkness with the blue sun barely skimming the horizon, it begins to move higher in the sky and daytime returns. The council admits they don't know how the gates were opened or how the creatures got in. Some of the attacking creatures were once thought to be docile, others were species nobody had seen before. It was like something had driven them to assault the colony. At least nobody was killed this time. I wonder if we hadn't have gone, does Cal die? Would Cal have died? Childhood is fleeting. The game will end when you reach age 20, so you should focus on a few skills to improve and friends to spend time with. Use the skill and friends button at the top left of the screen to keep track of them. Ah, I'm 11. Oh, okay. Okay, I was wondering how, like, if it was going to be, like, really short, because I was like, oh man, that's a whole, like, hopefully that's only 1 year. Cool. So I have 46 kudos. I'm stressed, but I'm loyal. Empathy, persuasion. I'm pretty good with creativity and bravery, so that's cool. I don't... 9, 11, 11, 23. Oh, because I saved him, probably. Hi, Dwarf Daddy! How are you? Howdy, howdy, howdy. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17... Wait, 16, 17, 18, 19. Game ends at the age of 19. Well, that's a little disconcerting. Do I only live till the age of, like, 19? You're raging at Twitch? Why? I mean, I totally get it, because it's Twitch sometimes, but why? What is this? You're still pumped from the last attack. +1 to all physical skills and increases for 3 months. Nice. You spot? Nope, nope. We're trapped here. I hate it. I hate it here. Sorry, Diz. You just really don't like it here. Oh, I'm super stressed out. Cal, my buddy, my pal. Aw, Cal is scrubbing his hands at the water barrel, trying unsuccessfully to get all the dirt from under his fingernails. Looks like a lost cause. Cal's hands have been dirt stained, probably since you landed here. Stupid, Cal mutters. Stupid. Ugh. He jerks his hands out of the water and holds them to his face, and you hear him sob. Why did they have to... It's not fair. We didn't do anything to them. He wipes his eyes and startles when he sees you. Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there, he says. I was just, washing my hands. Okay. So, let's get some more strength, because this boosts physical increases. You're pulling weeds from the garden beds when you see Cal scurry past you, moving with a purpose. He doesn't even stop to say hello before he disappears into a barn. Oh, no, I'm not leaving him be. The last time we didn't go with one of our friends, they died. Cal, stay alive. You slip into the barn behind Cal. He's so absorbed in whatever's in that broken storage box that he doesn't hear you. You can do it, he whispers. Come on, go, go, go. You creep forward, but the barn door creaks closed behind you, and Cal jumps. Solana, he says, moving between you and the box. What do you need? What's in the box? What's in the box? Cal clenches his fist. Nothing. It's nothing. Whatever Cal is going to say next is interrupted by a chirping noise from the box. Cal gasps and whirls around, and you both rush forward to look. Inside the box is a pink caterpillar-like creature about the length of your arm, blinking up at you with big, multifaceted eyes. Its mouth parts wave at you and make a chirping noise. What's in the box? It's hatched, Cal says. Hey, little baby, welcome to the world. What is it? Dunno, Cal says. I looked it up on the Surveyor archives, but nobody's found anything like it before. It's true. You have no idea what this creature is. You knew about this thing? Yeah, it showed up in one of the first shipments of mushroom, he said. Mushwood, he says, rubbing its little nose. Just curled up in a little cocoon. It looked like a dried up leaf, but warm. Yeah, right? Just a slight difference there with the tiny little caterpillar. I didn't want to just throw it away in case whatever was inside was still living. And no one was using this busted up storage box, so. It's so cute! Oh my god, look at it! Oh my goodness! Cal puts a small creature on his shoulder. What are you, little buddy? Cal asks. You look like a big old caterpillar, but cuter. The creature yawns, showing off circular rows of tiny, even teeth. It nestles against Cal's neck as he scritches it under the chin. Maybe we'll call you a dilly pillar? He touches one of its 6 white cat feet. Socks. Socks the dilly pillar. I hope nobody finds out. Same here, Cal says. Do you remember Miss Manners, the mouse we found on the stratospheric? The grown-ups wouldn't let us keep her. He frowns. I wonder what happened to her in engineering. Maybe Tang knows. God, I hope this thing doesn't kill him. It's cute. Socks. It's so cute, and I'm so worried. I have like such stress now because of what happened with Tammy. I was like, I didn't realize they could die so easily. I have to hide her, Cal says, looking around. Think she'll be okay if I keep her in the broken storage box? He places Socks gently into the box and closes the lid. Go back to sleep, little buggy wuggy, he croons. Sleep tight. All right. That's the correct mindset. Oh, God, no. As you get older, challenges can have conditions. The challenge suit, social, mental, or physical, determines what conditions can appear and which decks will work best. Try to collect social yellow cards if you want to win battles for social skills, empathy, persuasion, creativity. Bravery is a social skill? Oh, well, yeah, I guess. Uh, so what? 0, 0, 1, 2, 2? Nope. La 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 la. Oh, why did I do that way? This swap those two. Swap those two. Bueno, much better. Aw, best score 12. Dang. So much has happened in the last month since the monster attack during Glow. The idea of this planet as a peaceful utopia has been shattered. The security squads are training new members and keeping close watch on the gates now. They're reinforcing the walls and even installing a few robotic turrets. In class, you have drills on what to do if the colony is attacked again. And all the excitement. You forgot? Today was your birthday. Your parents haven't forgotten. They wake you up early with enthusiastic shouts of surprise. A Vertumnan year is only a little longer than a year on Earth, so you've taken up its calendar for birthdays. Yours is in the second month of quiet. Spark snow drifts slowly past your porthole window as you snuggle up with your dad. Your mom climbs up too and sits on the edge of your bed. Your dad pulls a bowl of fruit from behind his back with a flourish like a magic trick. At least you think it's fruit. What are those? Bobber fruit. +1 to a card change suit to mental. Oh. Bobber fruit, your dad grins. The foragers have been picking these just outside the walls. They might look funny, but they're tasty. Try one. You take a cautious bite. The pulp is soft and tastes a bit like lemon, only more blue. I bet you can't wait to join the surveyors out there, your dad says wistfully. Who knows what else you'll find? Solana is not allowed outside the gates, your mom interrupts, her voice sharp. It's too dangerous for kids. Well, I know, but eventually, your dad says, but your mom cuts him off again. But not now, your mom replies. Not since the attack, not with everything we know is out there now. You knew about the monsters. Admit it. Nah, I helped. I was a hero. Well, I don't know if I was a hero, but I helped. Don't even start, your mom snaps. You should have been in the creche with the others, not putting yourself in danger for no reason. You don't get it. You know your mom wasn't a farmer back on Earth. She was a fighter, too. She's such a hypocrite. Even still, your mom says, it's clear that everyone should know how to defend themselves if it happens again. To be clear, this includes knowing when to run away, your dad adds. Security Chief Rhett's offering self-defense lessons at the garrison. You know, even for kids. If you're interested, you should drop by sometime. Heck yeah! I want to be a fighter. Your mom gives you a stern look. And I've heard stories of kids sneaking outside the walls, she says grimly. If I catch you doing that, I'm going to put a chip in your ear. You laugh. What a good joke. Your mom doesn't laugh. What? Me? Never. Probably not that. No, you don't say that to your mom. She'll smack you. Yeah, you better never, your mom retorts, crossing her arms. Early quiet. Oh. Stressed out. You're too stressed out and need to take a month off. Can't do anything but relax. What? Anybody want to talk? Nobody wants to talk? Haven't heard much from Mars lately. You spot Mars tapping away at a hollow screen. She appears to be trying different clothing options on a digital doll maker. Look, Solana, she says, showing you her work. You can look at like anything you want. I always thought I would look good with like horns, maybe? She hums. Maybe I can ask engineering about it. I know I need to take some time off. No, he already said that, so. Diz, what are you doing? Diz is perched up on a rock, silently watching the forest. He barely moves as you approach. The longer you look, the more you see, he says cryptically. I don't have anything to give you. An anemone has her mouth wide open to the sky, catching flakes of the weird snow that drifts off from the sky. That's probably not safe if we don't know what it is. Exactly, except that it looks like snow but isn't snow. Tangy, she giggles. Get it? Tangy? Like tangent? That's what we used to call her. Do you remember? No, I don't remember. Tang furrows her brow as you approach. You again? She says. Why do you keep pestering me? It's not as though you've done anything to impress upon me your usefulness. At your blank look, Tang rolls her eyes. What I mean is, we're not friends. Oh. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. I guess I'll relax in the lounge. It's nice to take some time off to chill after all the stress of school and work, not to mention the mental toll of just living on this unpredictable planet. Looks like you're not the only one who needs some town time. Some of the other kids are also relaxing in the lounge. Ooh.
Each time when I come here, I am abused.
Yeah, Tan doesn't seem to like me very much. So, I could get a... Ooh, that's a 3 card. But I kind of want to see what Mars and Diz are doing. Okay, let's go see what they're doing. Okay, but you do stink, you hear Mars defend herself. It's not my fault that you can't tell. Maybe your nose stopped working, but the rest of us can smell it. And she waves... Oh, wow. She waves her hand in front of her nose and makes a PU gesture, then turns to you. He smells awful, right, Solana? Do a sniff test. Yeah, Diz always needs a shower, which gives you... I don't want that card. I don't care if it's a 4 or not. I don't want to be a bully. Stop being so mean, Mars. You stand toe-to-toe with Mars. She glares at you, then at Diz. Ugh, fine, she says, defeated. I'm sorry, Diz. I'm just trying to help, but I should have said it in a nicer way. Not everyone in life is going to tell you the truth, you know. I guess we'll forget the 0 card. Oh. You got no stress or worries. 10% chance to get a bonus +1 when increasing skills. And I'm still pumped, so I still get physical skills. So I should definitely still focus on that while I have the good thing for it. Diz. Diz is sitting in the grass near the big gates that lead out to the jungle. He's just staring out into nothingness and picking absent-mindedly at the weeds. He pretends not to notice you as you approach. Can I just sit with you? He shifts uncomfortably as you sit, but doesn't say anything. You both just hang out, saying and doing nothing. You stare out the big gates. The grass in the colony is trimmed short by garden bots, but out there it's wild and high as your waist. Head surveyor Tonin is prepping his equipment for an outing. He's bringing a lot. Maybe he's going to stay out overnight? You're starting to wonder if Diz will ever acknowledge when he says, I have to go. He says, as he starts down the hill, he pauses and says, This is a good spot. I'll probably come back here tomorrow. Yay! Diz doesn't hate us! Mars, are you mad? No, Mars is mad. Mars is fine. Aw, still can't do anything. I thought maybe we could talk to him about leaving, but I guess not. Alright, let's go. Defense training! Hell yeah. You attend your first sessions of Security Chief Rhett's self-defense classes. It's a small class, mostly security officers and other adults. You and an enemy are the only kids. She gives you a wink and a cheesy thumbs up as you listen to Rhett rant about how everyone in the colony needs to learn self-defense. You could be walking along thinking you're safe within the walls and a flying animal could swoop down out of the sky. Then what would you do? Rhett chops the air with his hand. I'll tell you what you're gonna do. You're gonna chop that beast right in the throat. Hi-yah! I like this guy. He points to the assembled class, but only if you learn what I'm about to teach you. And the only way to learn is by doing. Who wants to volunteer for demonstration? Sure, why not? Beat me up. What is that? Oh, I got bravery. The security chief doesn't scare you, or so you pretend. Rhett is like the biggest adult you know, and he's so intense. You step forward, and Rhett nods as he crouches down. Okay, he says, I'm a manticore, stalking you through the forest. What do? I kick it in the face! You try to kick Rhett as he approaches you. He easily grabs your foot and flips you onto the mount. Ouch. Wrong. Use your brain, Solana. The first thing you do is call for help, and then you run. Rhett grabs your forearm and hauls you off the ground. Only engage with the enemy when there's no other alternative. No one walks away from a fight without getting hurt, so the first rule of self-defense is not put yourself in situations where you need to fight. Anemone still thinks you're cool for acting tough. She gives you another thumbs up. Thanks, Anemone. Once you've learned situational awareness, we'll move on to hand-to-hand self-defense, drawing on a variety of martial arts. Only when I'm confident that you're ready will we advance to weapons. There aren't that many weapons in the colony, mostly stun gloves and batons with a few blast rifles. You hope you don't have to use them, but it'll be good to know how. Defense training! Dang, okay. So, 4, 3, 1. Oh, dang, but that's going to make that one 1. Shit. 4, 3, 2, 1. Wah! Skills. All of the skills. I have them. I am awesomely tough. Oh, I got 2 animals for that. Cool. I like the little sparklies. No? Oh, my dad wants to talk to me. Hi, Dad! You meet your dad adjusting a watering pot in your mom's flower garden. He's having a sneezing fit, his eyes runny and red. You're alarmed. You've never seen him look sick before. People are hardly ever ill on the stratospheric, except sometimes when the zero-G rooms made them queasy. Not to worry, my little beanstalk, he says nasally. I'll be fine. It's just the pollen making my head a little stuffy. He wipes his nose with a handkerchief and looks around. Everywhere you turn, the air is soupy and tinged with pink from all the floating pollen. On Earth, your dad tells you, we used to call this hay fever. Even though it had nothing to do with hay, your mom cuts in, carrying a large bouquet of flowers. The native flowers seem to be in full bloom this time of year. She buries her nose deep in them, and they smell fantastic. Your dad smiles kindly and agrees that they sure are beautiful. Then he blows his nose loudly. Sniff. They do smell good, and they look harmless. Your dad's eyes look so sad, but maybe that's just the allergies. Hey, Solana, I know the last few weeks have been very hard on you. This might be a good time to relax and stick around in the quarters wing. No! I refuse. Anything about our caterpillar friend? Nope. They really just don't want to talk. Okay, so I no longer have the extra for strength. So let's go back to actual school. We still need more reasoning. You're bringing supplies to medbay when you see something unusual. Tangent curled up on a bench, her head pillowed on a rolled-up lab coat. She's fast asleep. You stop and stare. You never see Tang sleeping. She's always so busy. You're surprised she even has time to nap. You turn to leave her in peace when you bump into an enemy. Whoa! An enemy says. She hardly ever sleeps, like just a couple hours a night. Is she sick or something? You look back at Tangent, snoozing peacefully. Learned Tangent. Augment. I'm so jealous of her genetic enhancement, an enemy says, rubbing at one of the scales sprouting up on her jawline. She hardly needs to sleep at all. She's probably stayed up all night studying for this morning's history test. Shh, let her sleep. Tang's hollow palm beeps a soft alarm. She sits up and stretches, looking totally refreshed and alert. She sees you watching her and looks annoyed. Just a power nap, she says. No reason to gawk. Sorry. One, 4. Wait, swap those two. Oh, why? Oh, dang it. Okay, well we're still high enough. It's fine. Hey, I got all 3 stars. Nice. Mid pollen. You people don't want to talk to me very often. That's very quiet. Why is it so quiet? Why did the music stop? I'm concerned. There's some sort of emergency in engineering that requires Hal's attention, so today's class will be taught by the ship's artificial intelligence, Congruence. Good morning, Congruence chirps. Today, we're going to be talking about the formation of the Vertumnant group and our decision to leave Earth. It's a very exciting topic, and we think you're finally ready to hear about it. Let's dig in. You know how it started. Economic and environmental instability, coupled with deeply entrenched hatreds, had thrown Earth into chaos. Oh, wow. Who would think that would happen? And you know how it ended. In that chaos, your parents formed the Vertumna group with a plan to leave Earth. 20 years later, they and their starborn children, you, slid through a wormhole and ended up here on a planet you called Vertumna. But there's so much you don't know. Congruence pulls up a hollow projection of an unassuming human with firm maternal gaze. This is Planktonic Ascendant's Wang Botha Schmidt, she says, the spiritual leader of the Vertumna movement. They were what people called a speculative fiction writer. The Vertumna Project proved that their writing through speculative was far from fiction. Wait, a sci-fi author? Yes, Congruence tells you. Their best-selling novel, Life Beyond the Einstein-Rosen Bridge, told the story of a fictional utopia on the other side of the real-life anomaly at the edge of the solar system. Scientists had been investigating the wormhole for years, but it took a poet to imagine we could travel through it. Wang Botha Schmidt's writing centered around the idea of humanity building a technological utopia on another world. Translated to 100 languages, this was a compelling idea to people at the time, so fans started connecting in VirtuSpace. Far from just a book club, these people bonded over mutual aid amid the increasing unrest in their own countries. They were committed to Wang Botha Schmidt's idea of a future where everyone is treated equally without prejudice. But they realized it couldn't be done online, Congruence tells you. Though committed to social justice, the group saw the impossibility of forming a truly egalitarian society while also reckoning with their own implicit biases and the diverse context of their real lives. They realized that this was the work of generations, and the solutions must look to the future, as Wang Botha Schmidt did. You're teaching 11-year-olds. This is very big language for them. I'm so glad you said something, because I kind of was thinking the same thing, and I was mildly concerned. So they got together. The image of a squat concrete building with a rooftop garden replaces Wang Botha Schmidt. Around the edges of the classroom, the hollow projector gives the impression of towering walls topped with razor wire. The first Vertumna colony, Congruence tells you. 400 people volunteered to sacrifice their own cultural beliefs to walk through these doors, agreeing to come up with a new way of life that would be taught to their children. Babies were conceived from egg and sperm donors chosen by lottery and raised communally, like you, as the second generation of the Vertumna group. Those babies were your parents. Wait, was it some kind of cult? Yeah, oh shit. Yes, Congruence tells you cheerily. The Vertumna group was widely considered to be a non religious cult. Membership was outlawed in some countries. Planktonic ascendant Wang Botha Schmidt was later assassinated for the connection to the group, and the ensuing violence affected many lives. Oh. Oh, damn. You think your mother and her prosthetic leg, and how she rarely talked about her life on Earth. The holoprojection now shows the compound under siege. As more colonies were founded, word got out about the Vertumna group's social experiments, Congruence continues. Assimilationism was an unpopular ideology at the time because it had been used to commit terrible genocides on Earth. This, combined with panic that the Vertumna group was destroying the family unit or raising an army of genetic supertech soldiers, brought the colony under attack from all sides. Everyone fears what they don't understand. The image of the burning compound is replaced with a stratospheric on a launch pad. Luckily, the next phase of the Vertumna project was ready to launch. 100 colonists were selected to leave Earth on a colony ship to seed a far-flung corner of the universe with the new human culture. She smiles. The ultimate goal of the Vertumna group was you, children, she says. A generation raised completely unburdened by troubles that plagued Earth. Isn't that lovely? So much information. Your head is so stuffed with ideas that it might burst. Professor Hal and your parents never mentioned this stuff before. They waited to tell you because they wanted you to grow up without feeling different based on your genetic makeup or family history. 3 plus 1 for each unplayed card. Oh, okay. That'll work in some of those instances where you can only play 3 in the beginning. It's hard to imagine having different culture than your neighbors. You wonder what it's like. Everyone celebrating different holidays, eating different food, speaking different languages. Are you missing out? Or are you better without it, like the original colonists believe? It's hard to say, as the decision was made for you long before you were born. All you can do is be the best Solana you can be. Card becomes 2. Okay. Ha-ha! This card isn't as bad as I think it is. Oh, only 1 star. What? That's unfair. You're finishing breakfast in the common area when Marzipan struts in. Look at you eating cereal, she says, turning her nose up at you. I'll bet you don't even know what day it is today. Your birthday? No, you dummy, she exclaims, swatting your shoulder. My birthday's in the first month of wet season. You better remember that. I'm sorry, I didn't know. Today, she announces to the room, is St. Valentine's Day. Diz and Cal wander over to hear more. Back on Earth, Mars explains, it was a day when everybody had to give their best friend a gift, especially sweets. And then you put the sweets under your pillow, and it makes you dream about who you're going to marry. And there are decorations of hearts and arrows. And pigs. Pigs? What? Cal laughs. Pigs? We don't have pigs here. Before Mars can answer, Diz snorts. This is dumb. Marzipan has just made it up to get free candy. He rolls his eyes and walks away. As he leaves, Mars shouts at his back. Well, nobody was going to pick you anyway, you stink. Valentine's Day sounds like fun. Cal nods, clapping his hands excitedly. I'm going to go tell all the other kids about it, Mars says. So you go around and find your best friend and give him a gift. She points her finger at you. Make sure you do it by the end of the day or it doesn't count. And if too many people want to be my best friend, she adds, I'll hold tryouts for the position. It's only fair. She tosses her hair over her shoulder and laughs. I have to find a gift, though. Wait, I have to find a gift. Oh, everybody wants to talk. Hold on, I gotta see if I can find a gift. Yes! Haha! Glittering crystal. Okay, I'm going to talk to Cal first. Cal is standing on top of a bluff, carefully pouring a bucket of water down the dirt. Ah! I pulled a cord and everything on my desk almost fell over. Cal is standing up on the top of a bluff, carefully pouring a bucket of water down the dirt on one side. He's covered in mud. Hey, check out my mudslide, he exclaims. He grabs a piece of sheet metal and slides down the dirt pile, like he's riding a surfboard. Mud goes everywhere. He jogs back up and hands you the sheet of metal. You try now. Okay. You make it down without bailing, but get mud splattered all over your legs. It is pretty fun, though. Like a hoverboard, but crunchier. Want to be best friends forever? He replies, scuffing his toe in the dirt. I guess so. I lost my old best friend, so yeah. Okay. Want to try the mudslide again? Aw, would he have said no if Tammy was still around? You spend another hour on the mudslide until you're both thoroughly covered from head to toe. You couldn't be happier. Oh, now I can't talk to anybody else. Oh! You spot Diz arguing with someone working in expeditions. They point angrily back into the gates, and Diz slinks towards you, anger in his eyes. We're trapped here. I hate it. I hate it here. So, apparently, you only get... Okay. Got it. Oh, you still want to talk to me, though. Mars is in a huff. Ah, because you didn't pick her for Valentine's Day? Seems like nobody picked her. She crosses her arms and scowls at you. Pfft, you just felt sorry for Cal, didn't you? Look, we all miss Tammy, okay? Whatever, Mars mutters, tossing her hair. I'm just too mature for kids my age. The older kids get me, even if you don't. You can only have one BFF. Oh, dang. Sorry, Mars. I wouldn't have picked you even if Cal wasn't here. You're rude. I think, honestly, it probably would have been, had I known that I could only have one BFF forever and ever, it probably would be either Cal, Diz, or Anemone. I like Tan, but they don't seem to like me. And Diz is okay, so it'd probably be between Anemone and Cal, mostly. I'm just gonna say, I love the art in this game. Like, legitimately, 100% love it. I keep staring at, like, the little picture. Oh, you guys can't see that. Hold on. Let me turn off my, overlay for a second. There. I absolutely love, like, this picture. I keep seeing myself, like, coming back to looking at these up here. I love it. You resonate more with Tan and you don't even like her? Why? If you don't like her. Alright, let's see. Let's get... I have, like, no perception. Combat. Animals. Engineering. Ew, math and programming. Gross. Problem solving. Oh, problem solving and general knowledge is probably a good thing to have. I should have read those more. Let's get some reasoning. You each pick a native Vertumnan keystone species and prepare an hour-long presentation to the class. You don't know much about Vertumnan species, so you choose one at random from the Surveyor archives. It actually ends up being pretty cool, because in order to research this new species, you actually have to talk to the surveyors who have seen it. You learn a lot about life outside the walls. Card becomes 2, so I want a 1 in that space. So 4, 2, 1, 2, 2. Nice. Hey, 3 stars. Hell yeah. Still only get 1 reasoning, though. Do my walk around. Oh, this is missing. Oh, nope, he's over here looking over the wall. My dad! Ooh, dust is such a dry, hot season. Both suns are high in the sky, baking the usually lush Vertumnan jungle. If there's a breeze, it's warm, and you guessed it, dusty. Your parents are up every day before dawn, which comes far too early for your liking. They're usually gone by the time you wake up, and home after you're asleep, so you have to twist them at work if you want to see them. Oh, visit them at work, duh. Good morning, Gooseberry, your dad greets you cheerily. Have you come to see the harvest? Your mom and I are gathering crops from the actual Vertumnum dirt this week. Sure, that sounds neat. He shows you around the rows of corn and beans from Earth. They all look a little yellow and scraggly, not what you'd expect, but your dad enthusiastically points out the vegetables ready to harvest. Don't forget, he tells you, the Vertumnalia Festival is coming up. There will be a talent show and a science fair. I'm sure you're eager to participate. Oh no. I want to see if we work here, if we get to see some more with Cal and the little caterpillar. You join Cal at a particularly fragrant pile of compost. He's trying to use his hoverboard as a wheelbarrow, carefully pushing compost off it into the pile. Won't you just love this? Cal asks excitedly. Dirt? I guess it's okay. No, 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 he laughs. I mean, just this. He waves his arm, dirt encrusted up to the elbows, to take in the entire greenhouse. We get to help plant stuff and watch it grow. Even if we're just moving dirt around, we're still helping. Why do you like it so much? Well, he considers. I like digging holes in the dirt because it's so full of surprises down there. I found a worm. Oh, wait, let me see if I can find her again. He sticks his hand into the compost and rummages around, his tongue sticking out of his mouth. I guess she got away, he says after a minute. She was really shiny, like a rainbow. Wait, he says. I just thought of a thing I like better. He shows you his splayed hand. Getting dirt under my fingernails, he laughs. I don't know why, but it's the best. Oh, whew, that's a feeling I'm glad you like that, Cal. I'm gonna not. No, thank you. Card becomes 2, so I want a 1 in that spot. So 1, 3. One, 3. 1 star! Dang, man. I thought I did pretty good. It's time once more for Vertumnalia. The mood of the colony has been muted this year, ever since the attack during Glow. Though everything is still cheerfully decorated and the feast table is still heavy with food, mostly soy rations, this Vertumnalia just feels different in a way you can't describe. 1, 2, 3 is better than 3, 2, 1? Oh, I thought they just had. I didn't know they had to be like in actual order. I thought it was just as long as like the sequence of cards. Oh, well then. I thought they just had to be in like numerical order. I didn't know they had to be like in the correct sequence. That's my bad. The colonists gather in the square for Governor Eudicott's speech. What a year Vertumna has given us, the governor begins in her weedy voice. I stand before you so proud of everything the colony has accomplished in such a short time. I have always hoped that we would bring with us the best facets of humanity, cooperation, resilience, and creativity, and the events of this year have given me no reason to doubt my convictions. These creatures weren't expected, but I urge everyone to consider what it means for life here. If Vertumna can sustain megafauna, then that means conditions are good for us as well. Our friends in geoponics are already working on the logistics of domesticating the wildlife. Your dad, as second cultivator, stands and gives a sheepish wave to the crowd. There is a smattering of applause. Mars elbows you. Hey, she whispers. Did you hear? My dad says Eudicott's going to announce the depot's open to the public. You shout her a questioning look and she rolls her eyes. You know, shopping, somewhere to spend all the kudos we've been saving up. There's going to be candy and toys and makeup and nice-smelling soap, not the boring kind in the communal showers. You know the concept of shopping. They do it in the holovids from Earth, especially the ones Mars likes, but you've never actually done it. The colony provides everything you need, but it would be nice to buy yourself a treat. My dad's going to give me an allowance, Mars says, shooting you a look of pity. It's too bad your parents make you work for yours. Dude, Mars, why are you such an asshole? You and Mars tune back into the speeches just as Eudicott, as predicted, announces the opening of the general store at the depot. Mars gives you a knowing look as she claps. Eudicott gestures for the council members to stand. Finally, the council remains unchanged from last year. We are, as always, proud to serve you in the colony as your government. The music starts up as Governor Eudicott finishes. Thank you all for your hard work and your perseverance this year, she says over the ruckus. Together we build the future. The crowd disperses and sets up for the annual Vertumnalia Games. Just like last year, there's talent show, science fair, and bot wrestling, now with an obstacle course. Which one do you participate in? I don't want to wrestle bots. But I guess that's probably... Wait, what's the talent show have? Wait, I want to go back. Oh, I can. Wait, no, I can't. I lied. Oh, wait. Ah, okay. Diz and Mars are... I thought maybe I could go back. I can't go back. Decisions in this game are final. Diz and Mars are your competitors for the talent show. Mars is a shoo-in for winning with her jazzy, high-energy dance routine, so all eyes are on Diz for daring to compete against her. Diz stands on stage and clears his throat. Jen gestures with his arm. From his hollow palm emerges a projection of a ventriloquist dummy. He sits it on his lap and launches into a comedy routine, speaking through the doll with zero filter. The judges all howl at his oppression of Chief Engineer Instance, but the crowd favorite by far is Administrator Seek's thin, self-important voice coming out of the doll, imperiously demanding that not everyone can have perfect scores. They have to be rationed appropriately. Diz looks flustered by all the attention, but proud as well. He bobs in a little bow before leaving the stage to raucous applause. Be hard act to follow. What do you do? Hoverboard tricks? Oh boy, card becomes 2. So, no matter what I put there, will be 2. So, 2, 2, 1. Okay, at least they're all the reds. Card becomes 2. So, 1, 2, 2, 4? That only makes 11. That's only 8. Hold on, come back. Card becomes 2. So if I put that there and that there, that's 6. 4 and 1? That's 11 still. And that's 10. Okay, so there we go. That's as good as I'm going to get for now. Card becomes 2. So 2, 1, 2. Well, ain't gonna win the talent show this year. Again. Diz wins by overwhelming applause. Diz just shrugs and smiles awkwardly. He didn't mean to win, so he's uncomfortable with the attention. Mars, on the other hand, is livid. I worked on my routine for months, she cries, and refuses to shake his hand. Don't even mention yours. It's so embarrassing you immediately want to forget it ever happened. After the festivities are over, everyone takes time off for a much-needed break. Mars organizes a water fight that takes over the whole colony, even the adults. Brightens everyone's spirits, even in the thick heat of dust. You end up on top of the western wall with Diz, launching water-filled poof shrooms down on an unsuspecting anemone in the sports ball court below. The walls seem like a neat place to hang out and relax, much quieter than the lounge if you're looking for some solitude. Relax on the walls. Nice. It's mid-dust. So where do I relax on the walls, though? Anybody want to talk? Nobody wants to talk? Oh, I found wood. Oh, wait. I might be able to do deliveries now. And they said that the shop was open. Oh, I need organizing. What's the shop have? Oh, it has cards. Cake. That's a 2. It takes 50. Dang. You don't need organizing? Wait, I don't? I thought it said I needed organizing. Go back. It says I need it, but it doesn't, like, I guess I don't need to. Oh. Or. Got it. Why didn't it say that? Why do I have to scroll this way? Let's deliver supplies. Chief Administrator Seek, so that's what they look like, greets you at the depot. They look you up and down. Solana, you never struck me as a particularly responsible or organized, but children never are. What makes you think you'd be a good fit for the position of courier? You didn't realize there was going to be a job interview. I can carry a lot? Strong for your age, maybe. But lucky for you, you're the only applicant this week. You've got the job, for now anyway. They use their elegant stylus to note this on their hollow palm. Come back in a few minutes and you can help me to make deliveries. Yes, there will be kudos in it for you if you do it correctly. Oh, okay. Ooh, I get organizing, perception. I don't want friendship with Mars. Forget Mars. Oh. I got it. I should have just figured that I could do it, being that, like, it wasn't grayed out. Okay, well, I have it unlocked. Whether or not I actually want to do it is a different question. I want to get buff. You're helping your mom repair the garden fence when you see Cal slip away into the barn carrying a blanket. You excuse yourself and follow him. Yes, we get to see the buggy. Does he still have that weird pet bug? He does, in fact. Oh, it's so cute. Still have that weird pet bug. Cal looks up at you and smiles, cradling Socks in his arms and rocking her back and forth. The little nubs on her butt seem like they're getting longer. She must be growing. I made her a little bed in that trunk over there, he says. She mostly just likes to be curled up in the dark. She sleeps a lot. Socks chirps and Cal sits on the floor, letting her curl up in his lap. I've been coming in early every morning and staying late every day so she can play in the sun, he explains. That's when she's most active, but her favorite thing is laying in my lap for belly rubs. He tickles her soft tummy. Isn't that right, Socks? Who's a good dilly pillar? You are, Socks trills in delight. This thing better not grow up and kill him. It's too cute. Do you want to feed her? Cal asks. I collected a bunch of leaves for her. Here, take one. You kneel down beside them and take one of the leaves. Socks trundles from Cal's lap into your cupped hands and gingerly holds the leaf between her two front paws. She's like a tiny dinosaur caterpillar. Munch, munch, munch. I'll be honest, if there's plushies of this game and they didn't make one of this little caterpillar, opportunity lost unless later on this thing comes back and kills us. Then maybe never mind. Oh shit. Oh, ouch. Socks nips at your finger. Her teeth are really, really sharp. Play it cool. It's okay. Ooh, I'm glad I have toughness for that. You pretend like it doesn't hurt, but it super does hurt. You can barely keep yourself from crying as Socks munches happily at the rest of the leaf. When she's done, Cal puts her gently back in the box. Then he notices your hand and gasps. Solana, you're hurt. You ever seen a box jellyfish? Cute thing, absolutely tiny. It gets you killed in near minutes. No, I don't think I know there's like the ring jellyfish, but no, that's an octopus or squid or something like that. I don't know if I've seen a box jellyfish. Cal looks over your finger, which is bleeding sluggishly from the shallow puncture wound. I learned first aid from my mom, he says. Let's just wrap it up and tell people you bandaged it in a door, okay? He bites his lip. If people think she's dangerous, they'll take her away. She's not dangerous. It was just an accident. Oh. Cal brushes his hands over the loose dirt and straw of the barn floor. My mom says the aliens here are dangerous, he mutters. I asked, like, in theory, if I found an alien, could I keep it as a pet? But she said I can't, even if it's a nice alien, 'cause diseases and stuff. He sighs, as this thing is, like, cuddled up to his face. He sighs. Socks isn't sick, he insists. And she doesn't mean to hurt anybody. The other animals probably don't either. Let's see. Oh, I need a 16. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, hold on. Hold on, I can do one better. Just move all these over one. There. Super goal! Hell yeah. Awesome. Ooh, I got 5 toughness for that. I kind of want to keep doing this because I want to see what's going on with the little killer caterpillar dude. But I'm not really learning any brain things. That's okay. Who needs to be smart when you're strong, right? I'll. My brain is like, duh. I'm gonna end up being a himbo. Shovel dirt! It's not always shoveling. You sometimes get to control the huge robotic vehicle that has been fitted with a plow. The robo-plow is massive and intimidating and can easily grind through rocks or even trees. But the colony only has one, so you have to be very careful when you give it instructions. You're tasked with taking a bunch of rocks out of a field and given the robo-plow to do it. Cal loads its software. Oh, yep, see, there we go. This is... Cal loads up its software up on his holopalm, and there's a lot going on there. All these digital gauges and a long list of possible subroutines with parameters to enter. Solana, he says, nervously poking at the interface. Do you want to try doing this? Okay, so let's see. If I do this one, I get a 1 card. 2 duplicates when drawn. Or that one. Yeah, let's just work our muscles. Because I don't want to mess up the thing. Because if I break it, I'm going to get in trouble. The two of you decide you can just dig the rocks out yourselves with some shovels and a backup hand plow. Cal is relieved. This, he understands. Your mom thinks you're nuts, but hey, you get the job done eventually. Ooh. We're not going to be able to put all the ones together. So that gives you a 12. If I do 1, 0, 3, and then 0, 0, that. That's still a 12. 2 of a kind, 3 of the same color. That's probably, I mean, it's fine. It's not a super goal, but I mean, I guess it works. It's the early wet season. Dad's hanging out by the wall. You two are just chilling. Oh, I should do self-defense classes. I should do something with my brain first off, though. I can tell him a fun nature fact and gain a card? Oh, Amarinals! Cal is kicking a ball against the garden fence post, cheering when it bounces back towards him. Ever since we landed here, I don't play a lot of sports ball, he says, picking up the ball and tucking it under his arm. Anemone and I used to play a lot, but honestly, I think I like working in the garden more. He smiles up at the sky. I just don't like doing stuff that feels like it makes a difference, you know? Oh, he just likes not doing it. Like, yeah. I don't want to just play all the time like Anemone. Want to hear a fun nature fact? You recently overheard the children learning how to count by studying hop eyes. Hop eyes have 1 foot and 2 tail forks and 3 stomachs and 4 eyes. And if you see 5 of them together, that's lucky, Cal laughs, finishing the what? Mnemonic? Mnemonic with you? Wait, how did they find out that hop eyes have 3 stomachs? I don't want to know. I like him because he likes Amarinals. I think he's a very big animal lover. Diz, what's up? I don't want to... Even if I do get 20 bravery, I'm not going to ask him to eat worms. You don't see Diz at first, but you do hear a rustling followed by the screech of metal on metal. After a few minutes of looking, you spot Diz placing large rocks in front of a piece of corrugated metal leaning against the wall. He stops and looks at you. You didn't say anything, he says, going back to covering up his tracks. Alright, let's use the last of our stuff to learn some things. We need to learn more. This week in biology class, you're learning about predators and prey. Professor Hal brings up a picture of a hop eye on the holoprojector and asks, who could tell me what special thing hop eyes do when they see a predator? Tang's hand shoots up. They hop away very quickly. That's why they call it a hop eye. Hal nods. That's true, but not what I was getting at. Tang stammers and looks upset, like she can't believe she got something wrong. Hal scans the class again. Anyone else? Solana? Let's see. Ooh, that's debatable. Or card to the right becomes a 3. Ooh, that's kind of good, but this one's a 5, and I don't have hardly any of those, so... they fly away? You stammer after being put on the spot, and say the first thing that comes to mind. That might work, Hal smiles, but hop eyes don't have wings. Well, shit. He gestures to the picture of one right in front of you on the holoprojector, and you feel pretty dumb. They thump their feet to warn other hop eyes in the area. Then they hop away, very quickly. Dang, Tang, just because I got the question wrong? You look over to see Tang smirking at you. You both got it wrong, but she still thinks she's better than you. Wow. Rude. Card gets a +1. Then we're getting that a... Oh, wait. But I could put a 5 next to a 5. But then the cards are all messed up. Okay, so that gives me an 18. So that's good. But let's see. If I do 4, 2, 1, 1, 5, that's a 19. What was the other one? Am I stupid? I am stupid, but I don't remember. Okay, so it was better the other way. Okay. So I'm getting better at biology, so that's pretty good. That's good with animals, right? The wet season. Nobody wants to talk to me. Nope. Well, I'm going back this way. Oh, wait. I'm super... I don't... I'm 85. That's gonna be a... Oh, whoop, up. I thought that would tell me how much stress, but I guess I'm just gonna be mega stressed. And I'm gonna have to rest next. You and Cal goof off a lot while you're shoveling. Helps pass the time, because otherwise you just think about dirt and how much your arms hurt. He loves to make up games while you're working, or to sing silly songs. He really likes this game where you build a story by alternating saying one word at a time. Ooh, hop eyes. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. Okay, well that gives me exactly how much, but let's see. What if I do 1... I know it's supposed to go the other way, but that gives me exactly the same too. So no matter what, it looks like I'm making 14. Not the best, but... It's late wet, and I need a break. New perk! What is that? Oh, it's because I'm super tough. Red cards get +1 in physical challenges. Nice. Yes, I know. I am stressed out. I want to go see the shop. I want to see if I can get a card or something. Let's see what I can get. +5 to biology. +1 to bonus traits. Ooh, +5 to animals. I want that. Officially buff kid, yeah. I'm just an 11-year-old with like fucking giant ass muscles. Can I get both of these? No, I can't. I can only buy that one. I want to learn more about animals. Do I want cake? It's only a 2. But these don't actually... I'm going to get the cake. Okay. Nice. Okay. I officially bought some stuff. Oh, you can equip those? Oh, I didn't know that you could actually... Oh. Hell yeah, +5 to animals. I didn't know that was a gear thing. I thought that was just a card that would show up. Oh, and cake. Oh, cake. Oh, cake's the thing I can buy to... That's no, those aren't cards. That's the thing. That's a thing I can give somebody. Diz, we're not very good friends. Can I give you cake so we can be a little bit better friends? You want a cake? have cake. Ah! Oh, whoops. No, 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 no! Diz shakes his head in frustration. Nobody ever asked me what I want. It isn't cake. Not on my birthday, not ever. You try to ask him what he does want, but he pouts and doesn't want to answer. What's up with this guy and cake? Cake is a lie. Alright, got it. Diz don't like cake. Diz. Diz wipes his eyes and hides his face as you approach. Go away, Sniffles. I just want to be left alone. Why won't people just leave me alone? I don't want to be part of this stupid colony. What if I give you a pretty... that. It looks pretty. Okay. He's friendship. Yay! We're back where we started. I learned something. Bitch doesn't like cake. Diz blinks owlishly at your gift. Is it my birthday? I almost forgot. I hate it when people make a big deal about my birthday, but this is nice. Thank you. Nice. So we're back to where we started. At least we weren't back in the negative. Cal, you want a gift? You like dirt. So what if I give you a stick? Hey, he likes a stick. The info. Oh, neat, Cal exclaims, taking your gift and peering at it. I don't know what I'll do with it, but I love it. Thank you. Oh, wow, there's a lot more people they'll meet. Birthday. Oh, it tells their birthday? I didn't know that. Dislikes cake. The one thing I decide to give him, and he dislikes it. I don't know his birthday. I don't know his augment. She's got armor, scaled skin. Tan is reduced sleep. Dammy. Mars is early wet birthday. I remember her saying that. Oh! That my dad's name is Geranium? I didn't know that. He's 43? Oh. I should have been looking at that, and I was not. Alright, I gotta rest. I am super stressed. You split your time between watching holo vids, listening to music, and studying for class. Occasionally, someone asks you to run an errand for them. You go on long walks. Overall, you spend the next month relaxing and doing whatever you want, whenever you want. You really needed this. Relaxing. I took the month off. I think I have quite a few number, 1 cards, so let's get rid of that one. There's a commotion in the square. An expedition's vehicle has driven through the gates and is idling in the middle of the square. An unusual sight. People come down from command to investigate. Utopia gets out. Hello. Utopia gets out of the vehicle and trudges over to Uticott. After a brief conversation, you see Uticott gesture for people to unload the vehicle and clear the area. You stay out of the way to see what they're unloading. It's a body. No! It's Chief Surveyor Tonin. Oh, he went to go be with Tammy. Someone quickly covers him with a sheet, but not before the image of his torn open body is seared into your memory. However he died, it was violent and bloody. You feel your stomach cramp with nausea. F to pay respects. What happened? Diz asks, coming over to crouch around the corner with you. You share that Uncle Tonin is dead, and he stares at the sheet-covered body intensely, as if he could see through it. Did they say how? They never tell us the truth anyway. Nobody will tell the kids what's really... I mean, for good reason they shouldn't tell the kids what happened. Yeah, there's something out... They went out on an investigation and something ripped him wide open. Yeah, that's what you tell 11-year-old kids. Nobody will tell the kids what really happened. Did something eat him? Did he get lost or fall off a cliff? Do they even know? Diz nods, frowning. They don't want us to know about the monsters and other worse stuff. They want us to think everything is fine, but it's not. This planet isn't as nice as they say it is. He shakes his head. They hate that they can't control us. Dude, you really are just like a heckin' emo kid, huh? You and Diz watch the adults carry Uncle Tonin's body away. From the way he's practically vibrating, you can tell Diz wants to ask more questions about what happened. After a few awkward minutes, he sneaks away without saying anything, probably to try and go take a look at the body. At least Tammy isn't around to see this, you think. At least they're together now, wherever people go when they die. You watch Utopia bend over to get a hug from Udicott, wiping her eyes as she finally cries. Udicott has never been the most comforting presence in your life, but it seems to help. Utopia will probably be the next chief surveyor. At 24, she'll be the youngest council member. She was only a toddler when the stratosphere left Earth. Apparently, her sharp eye and hoverbike flying skills are the best in expeditions. It's time for the glow, isn't it? Yeah, it's glow time. Spooky, spooky glow. I need to see what is going on with the caterpillar now that it's glowing. Oh, hey, wood. I mostly just want to talk to Cal, but we'll do shoveling dirt because I'm pretty sure that's the only way we can interact with him. The geoponics domes are a comforting beacon of light during glow. While everything else is throwing off an unsettling alien light, the domes are stable, dependable, human. You like spending time in them, tending to the seedlings that will be transplanted into the fields and pollen. No? Nothing? Nothing with the little caterpillar? With this guy? One, two, three. 1, 2. Nice. It's not super, but it's still good. It's only 1 star though. God damn. I thought I did good. It's been a quiet glow, but the grim, surreal darkness of the season reminds you of last year's violence. As the months wear on, you overhear arguments at dinner. Adults worrying that an attack is still coming, and others who think the first one was a fluke. Surveyors mention seeing new tracks in the forest, but are shushed so people don't panic. The gates are closed. You drill emergency procedures, filing soundlessly from the classroom to the creche to hide under tables, waiting for the sirens to call the all clear. You drill and prepare and worry, but nothing happens. Then, just as glow was starting to wane, the toxic purple spill of the wormhole fading as the sun almost rises past the horizon again, the sirens start. You're reading a hollow novel in bed when you hear them, followed by the stomp of boots down the hallway outside your quarters. An alert flashes on your hollow palm. Shelter in the creche. This is not a drill. I'm not there. You get another message from your dad. Me and Mom are going to stay in the greenhouses. We're safe. Just follow Auntie Anne to the creche and wait for us, okay? Don't worry. We're way more prepared than we were last year. Love you. Stay safe. I don't trust you. Oh, I don't trust you to be alive. That's a dumb decision. I don't want to just hide, though. You could go to the creche where you belong, or you could follow the security guards and see what's happening at the gates. Shit. Once again, I'm worried because last time we didn't go to the creche and we ended up finding Cal. And I'm pretty sure if we had not been there to help Cal, I'm pretty sure he would have died. So I'm worried that if we just go to the creche, somebody's going to die. But if I head for the gates, I'm going to die. We're saving. Attack 2. Okay. What's in the future? I don't know. I get a card for that one, but no, I'm heading for the gates. You sneak out of the living quarters. Oh. And head towards the gate. You're immediately spotted by Security Chief Rhett, who stops what he's doing to yell at you and gesture angrily. What the hell are you doing out here? There's no place for kids. Get your ass back inside. Oh, try to help. This is dumb. This is real dumb. That's real dumb. Oh no, it's so bad. I don't. Wait. Oh, it's locked. I can't choose anything else. Oh god. Okay. Oh god. So that's locked. We can't do anything with that. Going the wrong way. I don't care if it's switched to blue. Oh gosh. Oh goodness gracious. We got this. We got this. We can do this. We survive. Super goal! Hell yeah. We ain't dying today. Maybe. Why is that not 3 stars? 31? I could have gotten a 31. Holy shit. You stick around the... Oh, I got -5 kudos. I'm in trouble. You stick around the outside of the skirmish at the gate, throwing rocks and yelling at any creature that gets too close. You're not sure if you make a difference, but the good news is, at least you're not injured. When the dust clears, Rhett spots you hiding in the shadows and personally escorts you back to your quarters, where your mom and dad penalize you for disobeying them. When things have calmed down, you overhear your parents talking. I'm not going to be the first to congratulate Rhett, but all of his defensive improvements were exactly what we needed, your mom grumbles. Ugh, he's going to be insufferable at the next council meeting. Your dad pats her hand. Credit where credit's due, Flulu Bell. Aw, he says, and she smiles despite herself. It could have been worse. Your mom nods, and they both sit in silence before your dad speaks again. Poor Hal, he says. What a way to go. Hal! No! My teacher! Professor Hal? Your parents startle. Hey, Pumpkinhead, your dad says. Yeah, they're going to announce it in a few hours after everyone's had a chance to calm down. He didn't make it. What happened? Don't worry about that, your mom replies, shooting your dad a look to keep him from talking. It's adult stuff, okay? You guys won't be able to go into the engineering wing for a little bit, not until it's decontaminated. Decontaminated? You curl up quietly to think. Professor Hal can't just die. He can't just be gone. He's your teacher. And the engineering wing is where you take classes. Well, I never did. I wasn't smart enough. Yeah, right? They're going to decontaminate it. I'm assuming that man is strewn about the entire room. You can't imagine something bad happening in such a safe place. You fall asleep thinking for sure there's been some mistake. Hey, we're back. Oh, good. We're at 16 friendship. That's a start. 14, 13. Okay, we're definitely not real good friends with Mars. That's fair, though, because she's kind of a dick. Age 12. Okay, nobody really wants to talk, but I have +1 to all physical skill increase. So, let's take some self-defense. Oh, that's where we can relax on the wall. Oh, and it's friendship with Diz if we relax on the wall. Got it. So we don't have to rest inside anymore. Defense training! Part of self-defense is training your body so that it can be ready for any situation. The security chief has you running laps, jumping through tires, climbing walls, and sprinting back and forth. He has this inverted anti-gravity pad that makes your limbs feel super heavy. When you do jumping jacks on it and then do them again in normal gravity, it feels like you could jump straight back up through the wormhole. It's exhausting, but not that different than a sports ball training. This is a breeze! What the frick is that? That's 5, though. That's only... Oh, but it's +2. This is a breeze! Who is that? Have we met that person yet? This is great. It feels good that Red actually challenges your body and encourages you to achieve peak condition. I don't want that one there, though. Get out of there. Whose arm is this? Yeah, for real. Uh-oh. You've been having weird dreams as usual. They seem to get worse around glow. You wake from a dream that has tears drying on your face, though you can't remember why, just that you were terrified. Whatever it was, it felt real enough that for a moment, you just lie in bed with your eyes closed and try to calm your breathing. You blearily rub your eyes and... Surprise! Oh, it's your birthday. Your dad leaps onto your bed and gives you a big cuddle. Happy birthday, little tomato head. 12 years old. Wow, can you believe it? No, your mom answers for you, laughing as she hands you a present. It was just yesterday Antecedent was showing me how to change your diaper. Because it's your birthday, your parents have brought in food from the canteen so you can all eat together on your bed. As you stuff your face with savory tofu chunks, ew, you open your presents. Which one is your favorite? Let's see. A bouquet of exotic flowers from your mom, a stuffed xenofauna from your dad, or a photo phoner from your best friend. Um, I'm going to say the flower because you can gift that to somebody. They're exotic because they came from Earth. I saved these seeds in cold storage for over 20 years just for this day, your mom says proudly. These are the first Earth flowers to bloom on Vertumna. White astrantia. She pinches your cheek. They're special, just like you. I probably shouldn't give that away, though. As your dad clears away the wrapping paper and the dishes from breakfast, your mom folds her hands on the table and gives you a serious look. Uh-oh. So, she says, we've been here 2 years now. I know your dad, and I've always said you're in charge of your schedule, but we've been keeping an eye on you. A loving eye, your dad interjects, stuffing wrapping paper into the recycler pickup bin. A trusting, gentle eye. Professor Hal used to tell us all about the time how hard about to us all the time about how hard you're trying in school, your mom continues. That's great. Your dad and I are really proud of you. Working might seem fun and grown up when you're a kid, but if you want to do more than manual labor, you'll need some book smarts too. Your dad joins you again. So, it's time to start thinking about how you're going to contribute to the colony when you're older. The look on your face, he laughs. Don't worry, we're not going to make you get a job right now. We're just asking what you want to be when you grow up. A farmer, a teacher, a parent with like 10 kids. Wow, that's excessive. Captain of the sports ball, a famous idol. What is that going to do? That's not going to help anybody. A monster hunter, governor. Is that unusual? Yay, I'm well rounded. I think a parent with like 10 kids. Why? I don't know about that one. Okay, so I'm guessing that is for Cal. That's for Tan. That's for Anemone because she has like a bunch of brothers and sisters. Oh, but that could be for her too. 'Cause she likes sports ball. That's got to be Mars. I don't know. Monster Hunter might be Diz. But I think that also might be what I would want to do too. Because that's why I'm getting strong. So I can protect everybody. Ooh. I'm going to go with Monster Hunter. Your mom laughs. You've been playing too many holo games, Solana, she says. Hunting monsters. Hope it doesn't come to that here. She rubs her leg under the table where the prosthetic attaches to her bone. Just remember, being a hero isn't all it's cracked up to be. Well, your mom starts to get up. I'm sure your friends all want to wish you a happy birthday. She stops and snaps her fingers. Oh, you might not have considered a career as a depot clerk, but AI and Bernie mentioned their daughter Mars is working there, and she needs some help. Now that people can freely order luxuries, it's pretty busy here. Haha, Mars. Sure beats shoveling dirt, your dad laughs. You don't take that job. You tell Mars I'll be right there. Your mom rolls her eyes and smiles. Yeah, Dad, you can have it. I don't want to work with Mars. Oh, we can train together. Ooh, -2. Oh, -2 to neighboring. Oh, different type of card. You approach an enemy just as she's about to bite into a sandwich the size of her head. Mom says about to hit a growth spurt, she says, chewing her mouth open. She says I got a hollow leg. Want to train together? On your way to the sports ball pitch, Anemone shares the story about the time her brother Calm once spiked the ball so hard that he broke Utopia's nose back when she used to play sports ball too. She describes it in gory detail. But don't go easy on me, she exclaims. That's why we have med beds, right? Plus, I might get a cool scar. She thumbs a blue scaled scar on her jaw right under her ear. Tan! I know you don't really like me. Nope, I can't really do anything with you. Tang is very seriously considering a large piece of paper. One of the lab assistants told me that it is impossible to fold a piece of paper in half more than 7 times, she says. This is a myth. You can actually fold a piece of paper in half 12 times. Tang frowns. I cannot abide these nominally more intelligent than I am passing on hearsay and urban legends as facts. It is the duty of all scientists to question what is held up as truth. Alright, you have fun with that. Diz! Why is that the only thing I can do to him? Just tell him to eat a worm. You spot Diz hanging out in the open flatbed and one of the expedition vehicles kicking his legs over the side. They won't let me go on expeditions yet, he grumbles. They say it's too dangerous for little kids. He scowls. I'm not little and it's not that dangerous. They're just scared. Probably. Where's your parents? Who are your parents, for that matter? Oh, I can't tell. Oh, I need 40 biology? Whoa. They have... Wait, who is that? Who is that? Maybe. Cal is sitting on the garden fence, his feet tucked into the slats, tapping away at his hollow screen. School's way more interesting when you can actually see how it matters, he says. Your mom says I can do more important stuff on the farm if I learn about crop rotation and stuff. He frowns at his hollow screen. More than I thought there'd be. Nope, you don't want to talk to me. Alright, I'm gonna come over here and shovel dirt with Cal. Hey, Squirt, your mom calls out to you. Don't you think it's time you started thinking about what you're gonna do when you're older? You look at her in confusion. Isn't she always telling you to stay in school? She chuckles. You gotta think about it sometime, kid. How about you come join your folks on the farm if you think you're up for it? I don't think I'm ready. You need to brush up on your life sciences before you're ready to become a farmer. It's a complicated job. I don't want to choose my future yet. 1, 2, 3. That's terrible. Meets the goal, but why is that one locked? I don't want that locked. 1, 2, 3. Didn't I just do that? Is that what I just did? One, 3, 0, 2, 1. Okay, now I have to try and remember what I did. 0, 1, 2, 3, 1. Close enough. Oh, wow. Hey, I actually got the best score. How? I want to know more about the caterpillar. I don't want to be a farmer. Wait, can I leave now? Because that guy's not watching. Oh, no, it's somebody else now. You step... Oh, hello. You're cool. You step cautiously through the colony gates. Solana, how's it going, little partner? Chief Surveyor Utopia steps casually out to bar your way while making it look accidental. Whoa there. I don't know if you're ready to head out there and join the surveyors just yet. Why don't you skedaddle and stick to sports ball inside the walls for now? She rubs her knuckles into your scalp and sends you on your way. I could actually do this? I'm tough enough. Well, I'll be, Utopia drawls, grappling you playfully. You ain't lying, kid. You got grit. Listen, she tells you, I'll speak to your parents. You're still a bit young, but I'd wager next year you can join junior surveyor teams, all right? Just hold tight until then. Sorry, Sprout. Dejected, you drag your feet as you walk back through the gates to safety. Psst. What's that? You look around questioningly. That fucking Diz. I knew it, because he's sneaking out. Psst. It's Diz. He's hiding behind some bushes? That's so typical. He puts a finger to his lips and motions for you to follow him. Sure, you figure. Why not? He leads you silently along the walls toward the garrison, then crouches down in the bushes between the sports ball field and the security pavilion to fiddle with something. Suddenly, he's gone. What? You check to make sure nobody else noticed, then scuttle over to where you last saw him, behind some pot flower bushes. There's a drainage pipe in the wall big enough to crawl through. A heavy grate keeps animals out, but it's loose. You could slide it aside to get through. You could sneak out. How tough am I? Oh my goodness. Oh no, you asked Joker? You asked Rude Joker that? Oh boy, here we go. 20 minutes later when it actually responds. If the adults won't let you visit the Valley of Vertigo or the
Problematic 96 asked me, how tough is Strachacat? Oh, Strachacat's tougher than a raw oyster trying to slide down a razor blade simultaneously
What?
delicate and dangerous. They're like that elusive fragment of popcorn kernel that's been lodged between your teeth for days. Persistent. Annoying. But you can't help but respect its tenacity. They chew up existential dread and spit out cosmic chaos like it's milk on a cereal-filled Sunday morning. Just don't cross them, unless you're ready to gamble with your sanity, because they'll squish you like a bug under their high-heeled nihilistic boot.
Hell yeah, don't mess with me. I'm crazy. Or the other cool places surveyors get to go. Well, you could sneak through here to explore just outside the colony walls. If Diz does it, how dangerous could it be? We can sneak out. That's cool. What do I gain from sneaking out, though? Up, up. Bravery, perception, friendship with Diz. Alright, let's do it. Oh, wow. It's like events in this area can be done in any order. They won't cause time to pass, but will increase your stress. Return home for the expedition's depot flag or the home button at the top left of the screen. Oh, I see it. Watch for collectible items you can bring back as gifts. Events respawn at the beginning of each year, and new collectibles have a chance to appear every season. Cool. Question mark? What's this? You leave the path and sneak through a strand of mush trees to one of the little sawmills dotting the area. It's a small but busy operation. 3 people feeding mush tree logs into some kind of machine, while a fourth one directs a 4-legged robot with a plasma saw mounted on the front. Leave and discuss. Why would I just get the card? Stay and watch what they're doing. You stay out of sight and watch how they do it. When one tree crashes down, it almost seems like the others are wincing. It's probably just your imagination, though. They aren't planting new ones or leaving any behind. You know the mush trees regrow every year, but can they still regrow when you cut down everything like this? Even the smaller trees and bushes are getting ground up for mulch, with a scary big grinder that sounds like a roaring beast. The entire process makes you uneasy, but also proud of how industrious your colony is. I don't know about that. Time passes. Oh, I can't go any farther that way. Do I see anything out here? Oh, nope, keep exploring. I'm not done yet. I thought there was something over there that maybe I could grab. What's this? A stream? A stream cuts through the path here. There must usually be stepping stones across it, but the water's too high to cross safely. Jump! Jump it! It's an easy challenge, because I'm so overly brave. That's a 3. That's 10. What was the other one? That's 9. So let's go with the 10. Yep, okay, let's go with 10. Zero. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we got one more round and we only need 5. So we should be totally fine. 1, 2, 4, 5. Hey, I don't have to use that card? I thought I had to fill them all. Nice! Super goal! With only still getting 1 bravery, and man. You bravely fall in and get wet. What? You flounder towards the other side, soaked but victorious. You're too worn out and tired to continue. You have to go home now. Okay. Well, that was fun. You're back. You spent the month exploring. Anybody want to chit chat? No? No talking? So I could either sit on the wall or I can relax in the lounge. But if I sit on the wall, I make friends with Diz. But I seem to have more encounters here with everybody. So I think I'll relax in the lounge. Look around the lounge. Some friends are here. Who do you hang out with? Cal. Cal's my buddy, remember? We're BFFs forever. Cal is practicing hoverboard moves in a corner of the lounge. Hoverboard moves, wow. Because the board never touches the ground, the adults can't really complain, and this way he has pillows to land in. He's working hard, trying, and failing, flip after flip, but hasn't even broken a sweat. He waves you over. Hey, Solana, he says cheerfully, do you want to practice with me? You practice with Cal for about an hour. It's exhausting. By the end, you're sweaty and a little sore, but you feel good. You promise him you'll come back all this month and keep him company. We'll get rid of that one. I'm pretty sure we have plenty of 1 cards. Your dad comes back from work one day looking seriously under the weather. He's pale with deep circles under his eyes. Oh no, Dad. And he keeps sneezing. It's fine, he says. It's all just pollen in the air. It's gunking up the old air tubes. You remember hay fever, Flulu? We always got it back on Earth, too. Your mom frowns and crosses her arms. We did, she agrees. So why isn't it bothering me? You're a lot tougher than me, sweet pea, your dad says, and your mom rolls her eyes. I'm sure I have to get used to it like you did, he continues. Maybe I'll go for a stroll outside the gates later. Really get a good lungful of the stuff. I'll feel bad for a few weeks, but after that, I'll be fine. Oh my god, please don't let my dad die. Your mom raises both eyebrows. Outside the gates? You. Your dad shrugs, then falls into a sneezing fit and can't answer. Your mom directs him to go lie down on their bed. You need rest, not machismo, she scolds him. I don't have your dad sneezes. A macho bone in my body, foo-foo. And I have to fertilize the cord of the pixie beads this week. Uh-huh, your mom grunts. Your dad pulls a handkerchief from his pocket and sneezes into it a few times. Big yelling honk sneezes that echo through your whole quarters. Pulls it away from his face, and you can tell that something's wrong. Huh? Your dad says weakly, holding the handkerchief away from his face. It's bright fuchsia pink and glittering in the light. That's weird. Then his eyes roll back in his head, his knees buckle, and your mom yells for you to call Instance. Shit! Chief Engineer Instance takes your dad's vitals and gives him a cursory look over, but she seems satisfied with what she sees without having to do a thorough examination. The explorers have started to call this the shimmer, she says, shining a light down your dad's throat. He's looking a little better, but not much. It's an airborne environmental toxin, likely in the pollen fog. Will he be okay? Doesn't seem to cause long-term damage to the body, Instance explains. She gestures in the air, making notes on her hollow eye that only she can see. I've been tracking its effects for 3 seasons now. The toxin is flushed out of the body after 3 to 5 days, and it's not contagious. She looks down at your father. What that means for you, Geranium, since you're particularly susceptible to the toxin, you should be taking better pains to avoid exposure. If you must go outside during pollen, use a respirator. Your dad smiles weakly. You got it, boss, he says. Your mom smiles and puts her hands over his. As your literal boss, I'm ordering you not to come into work for the rest of the week, she says. You're on strict bed rest. She leans in to touch her forehead to his. They stay like that, smiling with relief. Even after 1 day of bed rest, your dad is looking a lot better. He's clearly anxious to get back out into the fields. You're gonna love this new crop, Solana. It's called a pixie bean. They glow in the dark. He's already pulling on his boots. The fields look so happy, so beautiful at night. I'm happy that we finally found something that would actually grow here that isn't soy, and more soy. I'm happy too. Look at how happy I am. Wait, my overlay's in the way again. I'm so happy. Look at how happy we are. Okay, Tan wants to talk. Anybody else want to talk? Nope, just Tan. Nope, just Tan. Alright, we're going to talk to Tan, and then I got to get going, because I didn't realize what time it was, and I was supposed to leave at 2 o'clock. So, let's see what Tan has to say. Your hollow palm pulses with a message from Tang. Hello, Solana. If you're not occupied, could I ask you for your assistance in the lab? Thank you in advance. Tangent. Typical Tang, but her asking for help is something so rare that you can't help but head over straight away. You find her hunched over a spectrometer making notes on a hollow screen. Oh, you're here, she says, blinking rapidly. She looks like she's been awake for days, wrinkled, a little shiny, and with the wild-eyed look of someone who needs a cup of blep tea. How can I help? I'm researching the shimmer, the respiratory illness some people report during pollen, she says. I'm loath to admit it, but I need your assistance. She takes 4 vials with swabs inside and puts them into your hands. I need recent saliva samples from both you and your father, she says. There must be a reason why he's so susceptible to the shimmer and you're not. You share half of your genetic code with him. Must be some marker we can compare between the 2 samples. Then, she continues, pulling another vial from a rack of test tubes, administer this to yourselves, wait 3 days, then take the samples again. The test should be able to determine if anything in your body chemistry has changed. Tang looks at you very seriously, cutting through her bleary expression. There's something going on here, she whispers. Something really, really big. I've begun to realize this is about more than just curing a disease. She squeezes your hand so hard it almost hurts. Unlocking the secrets of the shimmer, who it affects and why, it could lead to a greater understanding of all life on Vertumna. And knowledge. Knowledge is more than power, Solana. It's control. Are you okay? You seem unhinged. Tang blinks again. I'm perfectly fine, she says dismissively. This is the face of complete concentration and focus. I'm in the zone, Solana. Okie dokie. Uh-oh. Shimmerker help tangent. Oh, okay. Thank you, Tang says. I've been researching so hard I think my eyes are going to fall out of my head. And for what? Well, for the end of a debilitating disease is a pretty good reason, but Tang just shakes her head at herself before you can answer. We're at a disadvantage here, she mutters. We're fighting blind. We need to understand this planet if we're going to get it under control. And with that, I think it's time to end.